But 63:18 is the Phoenix Park Half Marathon record, and that wasn't done today or yesterday. Now, I walked to the finish with Paul Maloney. I don't see him here now, but I'd say he's willing that clock to get beyond the 63:18, and I think he's going to have his way, because unless Jared de Rese goes under there in 12 seconds, which he's not going to do, so Paul Maloney will go another while as the Phoenix Park Half Marathon record holder. And do you know how I know that? He tells everybody. He'll tell you that he's that. No, I'm joking, Paul. A great runner, ran for Ireland in the World Cross Country in Limerick in 1979. But this is a wonderful performance by the man from Carrigase's club. It's in Monaghan. It's his hat-trick of wins that we've seen in Dublin. National Half Marathon champion. He becomes this year's KBC Dublin Half Marathon, a wonderful time, 63:46. Now that is fast. That puts him right up there, 63:4. Second fastest Irishman this year, Kevin Seward, with 63:39, is a little bit ahead of that. So the second fastest will go into this year's best performance list. So well done. Now very, very close battle at the 10-mile mark between Mark Keneally and David Flynn and David Mansfield. So mile splits here: 4:38, 4:59, 5:06, 4:33, 4:40. 8th mile he dipped to 5:07. Only 3 miles there that he go below 5-minute miling. Really, really impressive. And I see that his time of 4:38 for the second mile. Wow, very, very, very impressive running by Jared de Rese. Our national half marathon champion becomes the KBC Dublin Half Marathon champion for 2019. Now, really, really close battle. The two Clonliffe men, Mark Keneally, who ran for Ireland the London Olympic Marathon, David Flynn, last year's winner, Charlton winner just a year ago. You might see through the trees a little bit better than I. David Mansfield, who was second in this race in 2015. He ran 69 minutes that day. I think he'll be inside that. So he's like a good wine. He's getting better with time. So here they come into sight. It is David Flynn, indeed. David Flynn, last year's winner. Now, he won it last year in 66. He's inside that time. So there's 2 wonderful weekends of running. 63 minutes last week. A great, great run. 65 now. Now, there's a great weekend's work. David Mansfield, who was second in this race in 2015 in 69 minutes. So he's going to be very happy. And Mark Keneally, our London Olympian, and that was a great struggle between those 3. And that's a wonderful time, 76:13 by David Mansfield. And there's the proud Paul Maloney right beside the photographer with the Dublin top. He's the Phoenix Park Half Marathon record holder still. There he is, giving a boola buzz from Mick McCarthy there now. So you can get his autograph, you can get the t-shirt. That's the man who holds the record and still holds it. Back when Paul ran in the world cross country, he was ahead of people like Steve Cram, Saeed Awita, Graham Williamson. So it was the greats. Ireland got 4th in the junior race that time. David Flynn went to school in Coolmine. There's a lot of his running for Coolmine there with Des Rogers. Pather Andrews was a Dublin footballer at that time. He went away to America. He went to Arkansas for a good while. Runs with the Clonliffe club. So, a big improvement from David Flynn from last year's time, which is a great thing about athletics. You have this opportunity of comparing those but certainly a man that we'll need to keep an eye on in the marathon, because 63 minutes last week, 65 this week, and in Charleville, not only did he win the race, but the course record, he destroyed it, a 10-year record, so well done to him. It's not the distance, but the pace that Kieran said there. Everybody going underneath that gantry today will be completing the distance, but what separates them indeed is the speed. And you'll see in time now the photographs of the winners will go up there on the special gantry part of the KBC feature this time. Jared De Rese from Carrick Aces in Monaghan, our winner. Eric Keogh, indeed it was, from Denore Harriers. Ironically called David Mansfield there, but it was Eric Keogh from the Denore Harriers club. In order to get to here in time, I left the 10-mile mark after those four, so no other update. I didn't see Fiona Stack, who I introduced at the start. I didn't actually physically see her at the start. It was interesting to see who the first woman is. Time of about 75 minutes I'd be expecting, so 1 hour 15 I'd be expecting for the first lady. And we'll see how that goes in time. The fastest Irish woman this year is mother of two, Anne-Marie McGlynn. She ran a time of 72 minutes dead. Now there's a second that she would regret, because 71:59 would please these athletic people all the more. Michelle Finn, who will run for Ireland in the World Championships in Doha very soon. Well, she's the second fastest half marathon in 72:32, so I'd imagine 74, 75 today would get them through. The park, as I say, a tough place to run a fast time. They would have run early parts of the race today very much downhill, very tough on the quads. And that Upper Glen Road that they would have gone down at one stage, they come back up at another. And here we have another runner coming in here now, just seeing through the flags and the spectators. David Flynn, Eric Keogh, Mark Keneally was our last finisher. So just keeping an eye there. It looks like Paul Stevenson, I think it is. And again now, they're just between flags and spectators, just waiting. And indeed it is. Paul Stevenson. Well done, Paul. One of our top athletes. And again, looking very smooth, very easy. And just inside the 71 minutes. So we've Jared De Rese, David Flynn, Eric Keogh, Mark Keneally, Paul Stevenson, 5 in at this point. We remember now too at this point people like, very especially John McHugh, who ran here a number of years ago, sadly didn't get to the finish, and Robbie Matthews was the winner of this race in 2013. Both of them sadly deceased now, so we remember John McHugh and Robbie Matthews at this time while we celebrate the present and the fitness and health of others. Another one of our athletes coming through there now. Again, I'm looking through the KBC flags, seeing the green singlet. Don't see a name coming up yet for me, so unsure of who that is, but again, that's David Glynn. Well done, David Glynn. So David Glynn from Dublin, the 31-year-old. David getting 72.04. For a lot of the runners today now, the marathon in 36 days' time is going to be very firmly in their mind. some of them will, despite whatever you say to them. They'll be filled with doubt. Will I really be able to get beyond the half mile, the half distance stage? And of course they will. The pace they run in the Dublin Marathon will be very different from the pace they run today. The support, the encouragement, the mindset will be very different at all points. So really, any of those you'll see coming through 3.5 hours today, that they're going to finish the marathon in 36 days' time. In reality, fitness-wise, they're not going to change too much. What will change is that mental toughness of getting into the correct state of mind. There's another man, is that Owen O'Callaghan? That's Noel Carr from Shercock. Now, it's not a great name, because many of us are here because of the inspiration. And Noel Carr, we mentioned the Anna Gatlin Club earlier on a few occasions. But well done to him. And that's Raymond Coogan from the North East Runners, 50-year-old. Now there's inspiration for you. 73 minutes for the man who was 50 years pounding out the roads and training sessions. Well done, Raymond Coogan. So we've 2, 4, 6, 8 through of the 7,000 starters quickly pouring in now from Selbridge, the short grass county, the crowd that run the Great Michaela. That's David O'Connor, 37-year-old from Selbridge in County Kildare. Second Dunor man coming through, Fergal Whitty, mere youngster at 44. Well done, Fergal. The Dunor singlet now, that's the second you've seen, because Eric Keogh was in third place. So that very famous singlet, the white with the black band club, situated in Ireland Bridge, just outside the walls of the Phoenix Park. 11k of wall around the Phoenix Park, twice the size of Central Park. 250 years a public park. Imagine that. 450 fallow deer. Great to see the support that's coming through. That's Killian Nolan. Killian from the Harana Triathlon Club, so he might go for a swim or a cycle right now. No bother to him, although he'll be finishing his triathlons in a run as well. So that's Killian Nolan. So our oldest finisher so far is Raymond Coogan at 50 years of age. Of course, last weekend, Annette Keeley from Raheny Club became the European 5k and 10k over 50 European Championship, mother of 4, practicing barrister. Great lady, Annette Keeley, European over 50 champion. This man, Paul McKee, second from Shercock, absolutely flying in behind Noel Carr. Will he be happy with that? Will he not? Well done, Paul McGee. Nothing to Jimmy. Noel Carroll, nothing to Noel Carroll, but there you go. So they'd have been big battles. That's John Murray coming through now, John in the over 40 section. Well done, John Murray. Big bright smile on him, so we can expect that he's happy with the 75 minutes. And that's good running. The park never conducive to fast times. The wind, you're very exposed, and these people would have gone through some fair hills now. There's the first of the Raheny singlets, Kieran Mccarthy, one of those warming up with the group. Kieran Mccarthy, coming from a great running club, great tradition there of distance running. I suppose Dick and Pat Hooper, Pat and Dick, or Dick and Pat, whatever you wish, competed for Ireland in the 1980 Olympic Games, one of the rare sets of brothers that have done that. From Kilmurray and Brecon in County Clare, well, Finbar O'Grady looks well. The big Clare rower would well deserve for Clinton, and there's Mark Austin from the Leanne Club. So we've 2 from the Leanne Club gone through now, 2 from Shercock, 2 from Dunor. So there's a team competition here. They're the Tala colours in the red and orange. Raheny just behind them. So 3 from Raheny. That's David Callahan. Robert Frewen, the man Robert, he was there at the start earlier. And from County Wexford, in the bright sock and the bright shoes, that's David Kennedy. Well done, David. Just under the 50-year mark. So we've 3 from Raheny now at this stage. That would keep Pat Hooper, who I expected that to finish. Christoph Liepens is there from Limerick. Brian Leahy, another one from Raheny. 4 from Raheny in now. Andrew Canaan, Eddie Garrihy from Tullamore, the divided blue and white of Tullamore. Klaas Fran from Belgium, the Belgium man, you're very, very welcome. Bobby Redmond is there from Slaney Olympics in Wexford. Gary McLaughlin from Portmarnock. Come on, Gary, give us a smile as you're going by there. A smile and a cheer and a bit of a Mo-Farah. 67 minutes, well done to James Gahan, another Portmarnock man. Now look at them fighting with each other they were along the way. That's James Gahan in behind Gary McLaughlin. So So it just shows you that little sense of competitiveness there is there. Carrigace has had the winner in Yared Derese. That's Marco Juraboshki. Well done, Marco. Marco just inside that 77 mark. Marco from Italy. I don't know why I say it that way, but he's from Italy. James Kern and Andrew Graney going through there. Well done, Andrew. 40-year-old Andrew. Jeremy Kern from Dublin. Jeremy number 1655. So you can see great sense of fitness about these. Distance not a problem. Marathon distance won't be a problem for them either. Carol Fitzgerald from the Kayla Club. Again, we're making that thing that's becoming very, very popular. Peter Ganey from Denore, not wearing the Denore singlet, but Peter, I think, about the fourth of those. So there'll be a great team battle between. This is the first of the trim runners. That's the trim singlet there. Trim in County Meath. Sports World, indeed. Andrew Brett. I think it's the trim jersey. It is trim at the back. It is the trim. There's the Sports World man. There's Andrew Brett. Well done, Andrew. Trim in County Meath. Andrew Brett was our last finisher. 5:16. There he is, Andrew. Good man. Damien Crilly is coming in now, leading a very chip. Matthias Sermal Cecilia is in there. Paul Duffy from the Inverdeer Club in Wicklow. Christopher Muldoon from Dunor. Fergal O'Leary. Now the Furze Road is really beginning to pack. You may wonder there for a while, was there really 7,000 runners? Well, they will for the next 2-3 hours. They'll be coming through here. Declan Connolly is one of those. Conal Cooper, another from Slaney Olympics. The first of the Newbridge crowd is Jonathan Healy. That's the Newbridge, the green singlet. Newbridge Athletic Club on them. Well done to Jonathan. The short grass county. They had a big thoroughbred horse meet there in the newly refurbished Curragh, just outside Newbridge. There's our second of our trim athletes. Porrick Fallon is there also from Lochray. There's the yellow singlet. Porrick, fair play to you. There was a great big race. Brendan Foster, Seb Colby, Eamon Conklin in the Lochray Road race a number of years ago. Enda Marin is there. The man from the green and red of Mayo. Fair play to you. Stephen Quinn is one of those. Enda Marin. William Onek from the United Kingdom. That's 50:21. Well done, William. You're welcome to the Phoenix Park. You may have been here many times before, I'm not sure, but you're welcome again. Pedro Lopez, another one from the Selbridge Club. Crusaders, that's Eugene McDonough. There's many more Crusaders athletes to follow Eugene as the day goes on. Shane Gavin was wearing 8847. Here he comes. Well done. Ken Mulvey is there. Adrian Campbell, another one from Carrigaces. Now, you saw the Carrigaces singlet with Yared Derese there, the winner, and there's another one from Carrigaces. Adrian Campbell. Bookending a few there. James Moran is there. Barry Redmond. Looking for the first of the ladies now because 81, we were well expecting the first of the ladies now. Fastest lady this year, 72 minutes, a great run by mother of two. Anne-Marie McGlynn. Matt Giles is there from the United Kingdom. Paul Smullen. David Saville in the Sports World red and white. Good man, David. Paul Hegarty, another one of them from Trim. A lot of runners from Trim today. Great GAA centre in Trim. For the man from Crusaders, that's Seamus Kenny Moore. Mark Greenan behind him. Mark Simpson from Northern Ireland. Another one of our Raheny, Barry Lennon. The man Barry. Dara Scott coming through in the red singlet. Another one of our Boher. There's a Boher mean man. Carrigates is our third Carrigates. There's the first of our Polska, our Polish runners. They're in the very bright. There's another one of them, Jean Dobry to them. We say Jean Dobry because that's low in Polish. Two of the Donors battling now and really battling for that little bit of bragging rights during the week. So we'll be keeping our eye out now. The first lady coming through now. Miss Fiona. And again, Niamh Clifford coming through from the star of the lawn. Well done, Niamh Clifford. He knew well into the middle distance. A cracking great performance by her. Well done, Niamh Clifford from Star of the Lawn Athletic Club. 82 minutes on a very, very bright day. Michael Keogh with the great curly locks from Raheny Shamrock. So we've one of our ladies through now. Rory Goldsmith in the Crusaders colours, and back Rory Goldsmith, another one of the Crusaders one there just behind him. John Classie, Mick Classie became a dad. That Mick Classie's brother, I'm not too sure. Is that Mick Classie's brother? No? No, he's in full denial. He's nothing to do with him. Nothing to do with him. Mark Fabro there behind him. Ross Gammon from the Longford Athletic Club. Well done. There's a finish. There's a man who has some stuff left for the marathon. Niamh O'Man from Tala is our second lady. Niamh O'Man, get the hands out. Give her a big, big welcome. While my pad here, I don't see the same name, so you can just hold on to your celebrations for her. Wayne Walker, great name for a runner. The man Wayne. Now the road begins to really, really pack for the clan lift runners. Shirley Coyle. Shirley Coyle from Raheny. There's our second place finisher. A great week for Raheny with an Achilles twice. And here's third just coming in right behind. From Shirley Coyle was in second place. And there's Sarah Baraga from the Slieve Cullen Club with 3 ladies home inside 84 minutes. Well done to the ladies there. Paul Gannon from Raheny Shamrocks. Big numbers now from Raheny. Niall McCabe. Damien Kerwin is there. Keith Russell from the Navan Athletic Club. Same spelling front and back. What a place. Tommy Tiernan Lands, Navan in County Meath. Da Vinci Guerra Sanchez from the Dublin front row runners. Davini Guerra Sanchez. There's a name to get your tongue around. Thank God it isn't in 1 hour's time when I'll be struggling on John Kelly. Another one of our lady, Edel Smith from the Drogheda District, so I expect she's wearing the red singlet of Drogheda District. No, it's the yellow singlet, the opposite, the red shorts of Drogheda District, alright, and she's just ahead of Leanne Butler from Kilkenny, so Edel. And then we have Leanne Butler. So well done, Leanne. Horace Kelter is there. So Leanne coming through now. Well done. There's Leanne with the hash. And we have Sorcha Loughlin from Kenmare Athletic Club. All the way from Kerry. Well done. There were very many Kerry people here, of course, last Saturday. There's really only a week since the All-Ireland. A week only. Daniel Bassett and Dara King. Luke Eacock from the Selbridge Club. A lot of those. The first I've seen from Team Kerry is Raymond Hughes. Remember David Carey won this race 20 years ago. He's out there. We'll be keeping an eye for him. But I think Raymond Hughes, the man Raymond, is the first of them to finish today. Joseph Cairns is there. Peter Casey. We look for Paul Casey too, one of the coaches of the Dublin ladies who won a 3 in a row All-Ireland. And Paul has ran in the early races, the 10K and the 10 mile. Emma Fury from St. Lawrence O'Toole. Look at that for a battle. Look at the different actions. Yes, another one of our ladies coming through. That's Emma Fury from St. Lawrence O'Toole. That's in County Carlow. Adrian Jordan. Adrian is a right trooper and has many a mile and many a race. Well done, Adrian. Adrian Jordan. Good to see her again. And Denise King and Denise McGee are 2 of the ladies coming in. The Denise's by Square. Connor Bulger from Kilkenny City Harriers is separating the 2 of those. Derek Cullen from Selbridge. See how many from Selbridge? Big. Now Lusk had a great bunch of them today and a very avid spectator there while they were all out. A lady was telling me about their potential of a great runway out there. Another one from Bohermeen, one of the real black spots of County Meath is Bohermeen. Adrian Owens is coming through. Paul Kenny. Robert Talon was the runner from Bohermeen Athletic Club who went through there. Another one from Shercock Athletic Club in County Monaghan. Paul Curran is from the Licala Club. Selbridge. Another one from Carrick Aison's going by. That's Paddy Mann, the man Paddy. There he is in the green singlet with Carrick Aison's written across the chest of it. Amy McSherry is out there in the Denor colours and she's wearing those. Amy due in at this point. Chris McQuaid. Paul Brady from Dunboyne. The first little bits of emotion. There's Paul Brady. Dunboyne, of course, has a new tartan track now. More from Lusk. They were in big numbers there for a good while. Katrina Thompson and Helen Dalton. Look at that for a finish between the girls. Now that is tough. Well done to both. And there's the joy and celebration of a job. Very, very well done. Now that was a tight finish. That's as tight as we've got. Susan Foote is not a great name for a runner. Camaraderie of people who out there shared. Susan Foote coming through. Susan 2012, that's her number. No date of birth or whatever. Another one of the Dunboynes coming through. Brian Buckley is there. From Kilkenny. Dave Gilmore. Neville Aspel from the Drogheda Club. Darose Shermareski from the United Kingdom. Darose, you're very, very welcome here to the KBC Dublin Half Marathon. Yet another one from Trim. The hands go up with emotion, and well they should. The Clonlift men are hurting each other right to the very, very end. Bragging rights for the rest of the week or even for the rest of the year before we return to the Phoenix Park for the Half Marathon again. Paddy Mead is one of the Team Carry group. They have a motivational talk next Wednesday to whip the 142 of them. Paddy, I hope to see you there. Aidan Mooney is there. Niall McMahon, Pavo Klein from the Polish club. Pavo, Jean Dobry to you. Good night, Pavo, one of our many Polish friends running in those striped colours. Derek Callan, Michelle Finn, one of our Gardaí there is at the Balbriggan. The Blaney Rocket, the proudest Blaney Rocket of them all, powered to the finish. Another one of our Carrigaisans, Rosie Lamb. I haven't seen Rosie Lamb, one of the great pioneers of Irish women's running. She did very well at the 10 miles. She's aiming to become a sub 3-hour marathoner at over 50. Now I know she ran Rathod last week, so it would be wise of her not to run today, but indeed I haven't seen her run here today. Robert Hoey is coming in there from Offaly. We had a winner here, Mark Hoey, in 2011. I don't think there's any relation there. Vincent Seamart is in there. Michael Murphy is the man in the Tala, the man Michael. Clinton Vickers is in there. Derek O'Brien. Ken MacDonald. And there's our, look at our pacer. Look at that, 1 hour 30. Isn't that brilliant, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely brilliant timing. There's a commitment. You stand out, you say, I'll bring them home in 1 hour 30. And look at the time, 1 hour 30. Just seconds after the balloon goes underneath. And all along they'll be cheering, supporting, encouraging, while keeping an eye on their own time there. The Portmarnocks, the Esker crowd go through. Another one from Trin, the horizontals. Or is that vertical? That is vertical indeed. Sebastian Slavinsky, another one of our Sebastian, however you call it. Jean Dobry to you. Robert Loudon and Brian Murphy are in his presence. And Jill Horan, who was third in this race just a year ago. Well done, Jill. Jill powering her way there through. I think it was last year. The years are flying by now, but I'm very sure it was last year that Jill was third. Christina Byrne is another one of our ladies. Garrett Lloyd from Portmarnock. There's the bright yellow Portmarnock. That's Brothers Pierce. It is. There's the Brothers Pierce from Tala. Reuben Whelan is there. Adrian Groke. The Brothers Pierce man was Keane Lauder. Mankeen, a lovely breeze for them now here on the Firs Road. Crusaders, the club just over on the south side there near Ringsend. Huge programme for all kinds of athletes there as Ciara O'Connor and Una Boland are content. Look at the smile on Una Boland. That's the way everybody should finish. A smile as small as mine might be, precisely their necessity. Wonderful stuff. Ian McAvilly, there was a Martin McIvilly from up to Rard a number of years ago. Still they come in, and there's great work. There's great satisfaction behind all of this. It belies the personal achievement of them all. More of the Clonlift, the young whippersnapper not having any respect and waiting for an older member of Clonlift just behind him. Another one of our ladies coming through. Christine Kinsella, Christine Kennedy again. Look at that joy and satisfaction. They're playing as a landing. The KBC Half Marathon. He's come home in a better time than Ryanair would ever bring you. Another one of our ladies. I think that's Claire O'Malley or Lisa Kala is the singlet in the red and the orange. Two more ladies battling it out right to the finish. There's Billy Delaney's daughter, I think it is, Ms. Delaney, let's call her. Lisa Mahan has gone by there. Jamie Westerman, Patrick Fitzpatrick is from Rathfarnham, and now we're beginning to get that real sense of enjoyment in them all. Derek Gallagher, Anya Kenny. And you as spectators, just to dap someone. Give them that cheer as they're going all the way down. Give them that sense of cheer and excitement as they make their way. Claire Darmody from Kilkenny. Big number from Kilkenny. They have a great track programme there as well. John Sheehan, not the Dubliners, John Sheehan or the Merino Waltz. No waltz today. Well done, John Sheehan. And without a top, he'll need that top now to get that finish. So I'm not sure if he'll be zapped at the finish or maybe zapped by the organisers. All right, Benjamin Sheldon, good name, well done. Joe Finucane is there. Vincent Goldrick, nearly like a Vincent Van Gogh, well done. Vincent Hollywood, there's a name and a half, just ahead of Alison Armstrong, another one of our Raheny runners gone by. That's Tommy Crampton, I think that is the man Tommy. More from the Carrigases. Is anyone left at all on that? Indeed, yeah. Yared de Race, of course, will be up to his presentation. I think it's 11 o'clock for the men. A little bit after that then for the ladies. That will take place up at the KBC Centre there for all the waters and whatever else and the sofas. John Foley, not our CEO John Foley. John Foley from Kildare, head of Owen Fleming. Patrick Kavanagh is there, and Loira with himself. Exoira and Loira, and well he should be.
That's it, guys. Keep the area clear.
Miriam Smith.
There's some doing
Emmett
here.
Power. Ergal Quinn, another one in the distinctive green singlet of Carrigases. Kenneth Bryan is there. Paddy Doyle is there from Sinead is here. She's looking at she used to run about 200 metres, I think it was far. She's looking at these people running 13 and a half miles and she's breathless. Her husband who coaches people over one lap of the track only. And they're all year at it. Oh my God. Ronan McDermott is going in there showing her real athletes do. 13 and a half miles in the park. Give me land, lots of land under starry skies above. Don't fence me in. There's another one of the Dubs, AIG. Cut the sleeves off, 5 in a row. Happy with a marathon time. The clock is showing 1:34:49. My well-cut taperies have tears in their eyes. They're saying if only my rugby team would play as well. Emmett Owen Hughes from Blackrock is there. Jimmy Cullen is there. David O'Hara from Raheny. Good man, David. Hope you're happy with that. Go on, give a bit of a Raheny. Hands in the air, David. That's the way. Well done. And a clapper from Raheny behind him. No wonder David had a big smile on his face. I'm ahead of those two hoojas. He'll give it to them during the week. Well done. Leanne McMurrow and Charlotte Connolly. I love the C squares. Charlotte just ahead of Leanne McMurrow, well done. We've had some very tight finishes with the ladies, and remember, for every one of those yards, there's been a lot of effort put in. No athlete gives it. Alan Fairbrother, Neil Breen, James Fleming, nothing to the James Bond Fleming. I imagine Neil Breen is one of the team carries. The man Neil, see you Wednesday. Kieran McCarthy from Galway is in there. There's a Kieran McDonagh lectures in UL, but it's not that Kieran McDonagh we're welcoming today. Sinead has decided she's going to become a distance runner. To hell with this sprint, she says. Give me road, give me tarmac. I'll be a real runner. Peter Alwood is there. Paddy Clark from Templemore, the red and white singlet. Do you know where that's from by now? You do. You were right if you said trip. You've won yourself a holiday to the Caribbean from the KBC, and there's a girl here from KBC who has the voucher in her pocket. So if you came up with that right answer, you just go to her. She was dishing out All Ireland tickets the last day. Trips to the Caribbean this time. And North East runners, that's Emmett Thornburg, I think it is Liam O'Brien. Not the Liam O'Brien from Cork, you know now that the red and orange Tala, the Pulse Triathlon Club with Pulse Security as well, nothing related at all. Rebecca Calvin is one of the ladies. Roman Housek from Czech Republic. Well done, Roman. Eric Hines is there from County Louth. The man with the lovely bandana or hairband, whatever you call it. Frank McSherry is there. Ronan O'Brien, Kieran Moore. The clock is showing 1:37. Very quickly after finishing, they'll begin to think marathon, halfway point, 36 days time, few days of recovery, few days of rest preparation, few days in the middle with a bit of a pinch of a run, and they'll all be back. Will the weather be as good as it is today? Practically perfect running temperature-wise. The wind on the hills make it an extra effort. Colin O'Carroll is there. Alan Mitchell is in there. David Collette from Carrick Aces. Good man, David. Had a big one of the Dundrum, South Dublin. Another one from our Polska. Metro St. Bridget's is the NSB. Metro St. Bridget's, 2 clubs in the past. Another one of Raheny. Raheny, big number, beautiful running area out there around Baldoyle, Sutton, Hopehead, St. Anne's Park. Blessed with great running venues and facilities, and well they are that use it. Niall Rock is there. Sean O'Halloran, filming it, keeping it in memory, but the memory in your brain is better than anything that can be in a camera. Dean Carolan is there. Tig and Sullivan. Tig, fair play to you. I hope you're happy with that. Tom Fagan is the man from Dunor. Tom, give us a wave. Come on, that beautiful wave. Get down, that's the way. Give it soft, Tom, don't be holding back. The man from Dunor, Harry. Yvette Leahy, where are you, Yvette? There we are, Yvette. In the Crimson, another one of the Raheny runners just ahead of her. Hazel Keane is coming in. Patrick Buckley. Pauline, well done, Pauline. Fair dues to you. Come on, Pauline. Ger Mullins is there, Maria. And now look at the piles. Was there really 7,000? Was there only 7,000? We think back to just a short time when Yared de race won the race. Came in here practically alone. Now you see the merit of having the race all out there in waves, so there's plenty of space for everybody. Tony McGuire, Ray Kelly has gone through, Keith Gorman from the triathlon, Sean McCann, Brendan Potter, and I think Harry, I'm not too sure, but well done to him. Colin Burns from the Caleb Club, Mark Scanlon there. There was a Mark Scanlon, a great referee from that area in County Meath. Don't see him in the finish at the moment, but he is coming up there. Mary Kelleher, Cahill Gary. The Metro St. Bridget's crowd, delighted they're overtaking the athlete from Raheny. Andy Pickney, there Andy, I say you're the only Pickney finishing today, well done to you. Shane Willis, and Shane McGrath there from Dublin. Mark Messett from Wicklow, is a wonderful runner. 13 Messett, look at the red. Here's the pacemaker, look at the clock, look at what he's saying. Remember now they were in the second wave, isn't that wonderful timing, ladies and gentlemen? Bringing them home with such accuracy. Being so exposed to doing that as well. It's really, really great. Very gentle, very kind with their wishes. Frank Houlihan, one of the greatest athletes that ever came out of Tralee, is there. You'll see him there. He has matching t-shirt and shoes. That's not often you get a man from Tralee who can do that so well. Rugby Player of the Year, Badminton Player of the Year, Poet, Writer Extraordinaire, and a man wearing red shoes. Well done, Frank. Great to see you. Adrian Campbell is there. Ian Alerta from Crusaders. Again, they're thinking of 36 days' time and the full marathon. Pádraig Kane from Metro St. Bridget's, so is a wonderful supporter of athletics called Pádraig Kane from Donegal. This is the other one in the bright singlet there, MSB. Donald Geraghty is going by. Gary Byrne from Roscommon. Good man, Gary. You've travelled a fair bit to get here today. I hope you enjoyed it. Claire Downing from Laois. Well done, Claire. The Laois team that put the Dublin hurlers on in the early summer this year. A lot of them went to New York. A lot of them saw beaches that they wouldn't. Laois hurlers gave them that. Killian Loughnane from County Meath. Well done, Killian. Aisling Loughnane ran Rathos last time. Dermot O'Neill is there. Gemma Fitzsimons and Liz Shoulders, shoulder to shoulder. With a name like that, shoulder to shoulder, tomorrow we might be seeing that at 9:15. As Steven Spielberg comes back on his bike and not a drop of sweat on him, I tell you, he's some man. Alan Marr is there. Well done, Alan. Mark Flanagan from Deloitte. No more sums to be done today. Chris Barone from Longford. The man from Adamstown is Daniel Dillon. Didn't have too far to come, Daniel. From Canada Life, we have Alan Walsh. Alan, this will add years, add life to your years. Look at the celebrations, the man in the red. John Costigan and Lee Flanagan are sharing the moments out here. Another Group 3 from Team Kerry, the traditional blue and white. Haven't seen David going by yet today, but he's there. Claire Dermody from Kilkenny City Harriers. There she is, the black and They wear it with their hurlers, they wear it. There's one of our UCDs coming in. There's a good solid finish for a man who's been running the track most of the summer, so far bigger distance there. Katrina McLaughlin coming through. Finton Cruz, well, cruising to a finish. Well, that's the way to do it in preparation. Inch by inch, we said, life is cinch. Yard by yard, life is hard. Harry Gorman, 3 times national marathon champion, sitting just beyond the finish with the white hat. Looking at a man who's fairly exhausted, but Harry knows at this stage he'll be fine in a few moments. That exhaustion will turn to pleasure and delight. Andrew Desmond is going by. Shane Brilly, Chrissy Riley. Isn't there a model called Chrissy Riley, no? Chrissy somebody. I wrote to her, she never wrote back anyway. Dara Richardson, well done Dara. Another one of our Happy Crusaders gang, looking fresh and able with marathon very much in mind. Our Portmarnock Yellows and Black. A lot of running area there. Fingal, Lusk, Swords, Raheny, Denore, Drogheda District, Leakin District. Very small catchment area, but a huge number of runners. Just a little bit further up, Team Carry in the Dunleer area. A Superman, they're all Supermen today. Look at that with the long socks and all. For the man Deloira with himself. Well done. Robert Flanagan is there. Matt Moore, another man from Bohermeen. A fair captain from Bohermeen there today now. Adrian Gerrard from Clonliffe Harriers. Kieran McGowan is one from Raheny Shamrocks. Always motivated by the sight of a Clonliffe jersey. Andrew Dowling is there. Olwyn Corcoran. Ruth Colbran, Lisa Murphy is one of the ladies running in now. Aidan Shaughnessy, well done Aidan, hope you're happy with that. The clock is showing us now 1:44:32. So 15 minutes, these will be running about 2 miles. There's some of them now struggling on that upper road, and they'll be really pushing now, but that 2-hour mark is something that will very, very much occupy their time. Now 15 minutes, plenty of time to get there, but some of these looking up at the gantry in great relief that they've got below that. So they're looking at around a 4.5-hour marathon at the way they are right now. Different mindset, different distance, different day, as I say. But I'm looking out here at the finish and I'm looking at athletes that you can visibly see have a lot more in them. They're in control. They're within their physical limits. If they had to go further today, they could even do it. If they had to go further even at this finish, they could do it. So they can look to the marathon with great hope, with great expectation, with great enthusiasm. So I hope they rest well from today and prepare well for the marathon, which is a mere 36 days away. Imagine that. And the joy. The greatest day in Dublin City. The greatest day in Dublin City by a mile, by 26 miles. Cormac O'Connor, one of the many O'Connors, which tuned the High King of Ireland when Rory O'Connor was there. Brendan Owens was there. John Delaney is in there. Now there's a name. There's a name for you. John Delaney, 480. Haven't seen you for a while, John. Good to see you, John Delaney. Plenty of time to practice now. Good man. Neil Jacobson is in there. David Shanley. Paul Reed. And while they're passing through, there's Mary B. Jennings. Mary, many times. 6 times national marathon champion. I don't think I've been at a road race that Mary B. hasn't been at. My daughter asked me for a new car. I looked at the funds, I couldn't. But the keys of the car had been handed in. And if the keys aren't received or looked for, well then Leisha is going to have a new car this evening. So, either make Leisha very, very happy or collect your car key that you have lost. Because when I bring this card home to Leisha, it will make her day. I'll be her favourite dad forever. Oliver Mahan is one of them. And again, a more serious reminder that a set of car keys has been handed in, and there'll be no great delight in handing it back because I'm driving the car home straight to Leisha. Mick Melia is in there from Team Carry. Fair play to you, Mick. Brendan McSade is in there. Team Carry's right there. It is indeed. This is David Carry. Look at her. Minding and cajoling and supporting like they do in the way they do it the best. Barry Ryan is there. Stephen Kavanagh. Amanda Bruce. No, I know that. Do you remember the song? Amanda, do you remember that song? You're a different generation, maybe. Tom T. Hall. Another one. The red and white verticals. Now you know it's trim. It is trim. You can't go by trim besides these gangs of these out running. Pat Duggan is there. Claire Regan is amongst them. Sinead Wall from Kilcool. That's a beautiful spot out there in County Wicklow. And looking very fit and able. Cian Smith. Another one of those looking like no problem at all. Eric Wood. Sarah Peppers. Peppers of Raheny, a great name down the years. John Vaughan. Well done, John. The man with the hat. Now, he didn't know the weather was going to be as hot, but maybe it replaces a lot of sunblock. Well done. Jorge Epifano. Well done, Jorge. Another Superman in there. Jorge, fair play to you. Look at them. Supermen, Superwomen. Another two of the Gorman Means going through. There it is, the black and the white, the Gorman Means from County Meath. Raheny singlets, Carrick Aces singlets, you've got well used to at this stage. There have been huge numbers of them going through. The people with the balloons have been wonderful. Miriam Carney didn't need any of them. She's finishing now 1:48, that 2-hour mark. Remember that etched in their head. Sub 2 means a lot. Their work partners will understand it. They'll be looking, will I get 4 hours for the marathon? They could with good pacing. A lot of these, I haven't seen an athlete struggle yet to the finish. So their preparations for Dublin are going well, and be it no further than today, are they going wonderfully well. A great display of enthusiasm and fit. Another one of our Polish brigades, certainly the most colourful top, and some great enthusiasm all the way through. Team Kerry Loner. It isn't often you see a Team Kerry Loner. But there he is, the Dundrums singlet with the red diagonal. Should be like a good jockey's jersey. The man with the beard. Well done. An impressive beard it is, a McGregor-esque type of beard. The yellow and white of Portmarnock. A lot of those, the Kayla group. Again, just look at the control in all of them. They're stretching out towards the gantry, but none of them look like they're on their last legs by a long, long way. And a big number of those will want to be part of the 22,500 record number. 22,500 lining up in 36 days' time for the marathon. Another one of our Polska team, Elaine McHugh from Galway is in there. Elaine, give us a wave. Well done, Elaine. Heading back the N17 today. Elaine, she lives between two houses. Fair dues to you. That's where she got the name. Anyway, that's a deep one. Do you get that one? Jamie Murray has gone in there just ahead of Alan O'Neill. Celine Barnett from Blackrock. Not sure if that's the Blackrock in Dublin, the Blackrock in County Louth. Barry Rogers is there just ahead of Aideen Gillespie, another one of our Carrick Aces. Look at that. They have them all over. Yara Derese, of course, the winner. The maroon and white. The man, you'll remember the bandages. The next day you wave him the Vaseline, yeah? The maroon and white Mullingar Harriers Athletic Club. Oh, how he remembers those little bit of Vaseline for the next day. Oh me, oh my, Joe Dolan sang. The night Joe Dolan's car broke down. Owen Larkin is there. Well done, Owen. Cassandra Dunn. Cassandra, I love the name. Well done, Cassandra. Lisa Ryan is there just ahead of Sean Ward. Good man, Sean. The Tala, red and orange, in abundance today. Big numbers. I'd love to know, did any group get his number? 118 from Team Kerry, but look, I wouldn't expect that many others got there, but they're certainly in their 40s and 50s from prominent clubs like Raheny, Blackrock, Denore, Crusaders, Lekela, Boverbean, Carrick Aces. That's good stuff. We've 9 minutes to the 2-hour mark. Again, pick an athlete that's under stress here. Every single one of them looking in control on a very, very warm day. The man even talking to people before he finishes. Oh, the man from Tala. That man is running for 100 years. Gets a great job at Christmas time. Fair dues to you. Well done. That's a wonderful motivator of young athletes from sprints up to distance running. Name just escapes me. It's coming from my toes. I apologise, I don't remember, one of the great passionate, inspirational running coaches, that man in the white beard and the Tala singlet. Brendan Nolan is there from St. Lawrence O'Toole in Arklow. Austin Smith, one of those finishing. Some of them are just dancing into the finish. It's easy, it's hard to believe there's a half marathon in their legs already today. Damien Kirby is one of them. Fran Burke is another. Absolutely no bother. I don't know if they're showing off or if they're super fit, but they look absolutely wonderful. There's a joy and a spirit up there at the baggage area. They're getting their t-shirts and the last of the bananas, the very, very last of the bananas. Those are the bananas left. No, they're not the ones left over from there. The lads brought them from Wales. Welsh bananas from the vales and mountains of of Wales. The last of the Brexit bananas, they said. Colin O'Brien is there from Newry City Runners. Good man. Jack Setright. Well, Jack, I hope you're happy with the time the clock was set for you today. There's a hamstring that's going to need a little bit of tweaking. That's definitely no housework or hoovering or any kind of gardening now between now and marathon for that man. Guaranteed. A medical note immediately for that fella. Mark Downey is coming through. Looking good. Colin Patton, remember that clock now, 1:53. As those minutes hit on to 55, 56, we'll see an urgency on the road. It doesn't matter whether it's the time on their bib, it's the time on the gantry, they'll just want to get it that below 1:59 something. I mentioned the fastest Irish woman this year is 72.00 for Anne-Marie McLean. She'd be so happy if that was 71.59. That's the kind of obsession that keeps these athletes going day to day, week to week, month to month, mile to mile. Carlos Justo is one of those. Carlos, where are you? Give us a wave. No sign of Carlos. Carl Duke is out there. Good man, Carlos. And again, think back at the start. Why is there a need for 3 waves? Well, now you look at the road. Treble the amount of runners coming through there now, and you can see the difficulties that have not only at the finish, but all during the run. The wave starts, it allows the runners have this space right throughout the 13.1 miles. And that matters a lot for their enjoyment, and most of all for their safety. Mark Jago is one of those who would appreciate that. Jessica Ayer, another one of our Dunboyne brigade. Deloiran with themselves, they are with their new track out there. Great 10k run around Easter. Dunboyne, Leestown, the Reardons. Do you remember the Reardons, anybody? Yeah, there's a few. Frank Jansen is back from the presentation. Free holiday to the Caribbean if you come with the right answers to Frank. Just, they're bulging out of his back pocket. We'll think of the questions in a while. Declan Quigley is one of those finishing now. Well done, Declan. Keane Malone, another one. And still we gaze. That wonderful view at the start of all these runners in situation and ready to go. And now we're looking down the Furs Road. The furrows are glistening with sweat. There's wonderful support from the side. There's selfies being taken. But the big sense of joy, accomplishment. Roger Bannister once commented a profoundly satisfying effort in thought, feeling and hard work. Well, this is the demonstration of it. Because no t-shirt or no medal, no time will even give you that sense of reward. I have done it. They'll never go through the park again, sitting around the Christmas table. They'll never forget they ran the half marathon. They'll never have to check a diary. The memories, the good ones, will be etched in their memory. KBC Dublin Half Marathon 2018. Bottle that kind of joy, do. Try to keep that sense of priceless enthusiasm and positivity and bring it to a workplace or bring it to a community. And here are the wonderful people, the people who stand out and don't just fit in, are wonderful timers. And look at their coming through 150. Look at that, well done. Remember now they're the second wave, so they're probably they're smack on time. So we're seeing the leading group of wave 2 coming through right now. And of course, many of those would have felt that buzz of overtaking some of the people who went on from wave 1. Or Carrigaline, County Monaghan. I meant to do a check of any of the counties here, but we've seen most of the counties of Connacht, Sligo, Leitrim, Roscommon and Galway already. I didn't see anyone from Mayo. We saw Ken Mayer there. We saw Tralee represented by Frank Houlihan. We saw Wexford, Louth, Westmeath. Most of the counties of Ireland are represented here in this wonderful occasion. Look at the weather, look at the joy, and all the effort to multiply behind every one of them. Think of the miles they did, the time they put aside, the chat they did about their sore bum or their sore hip. There's some ones that eat pasta and only look at pasta, the ones that turn up their noses at ice cream and chocolate, the ones who never go near a rasher or a fried egg. This is all of them, and this is the epitome of the joy. There's always one, they say in Tato. Well, these wouldn't even go near a pack of Tato. John Carberry is coming through. Good man, John. Ethan Tunney is just ahead of Niamh Quinlan. Spider-Man is coming through there. Good man, Spider-Man. Look at him. Look at the Spider-Man. Maybe that is the real John Delaney. Fair dues to you. Well done. Looking good. The kind of face that's best all hidden. Fair dues to you. Well done. James McCarthy in behind him. Imagine finishing behind Spider-Man. Well, that's another story. He came up on me all of a sudden. The spoiler can do that. Neil O'Brien is there. Good man, Neil. To the girls, keeping that partnership right through to the finish. The Slieve Bui Rovers, they had a great man whose birthday was around this time of the year. Clane Athletic Club, more from County Kildare. Lots of them. Trim, again, number from Trim, always running alone there. Look at the smiles. Bottle that smile do. Well done. Another one from Team Kerry, bringing the bottles. Can you ever imagine a day at work where you were looking at your friends and they're looking so happy, so enthusiastic, putting such work and effort into what they were doing and loving it? Just imagine if you could transfer a very tiny part of that. And that's what Frank Houlihan from Tralee is saying. The kingdom are recovering, he said, from last week. Look at the smiles. Look at the ability. Another one of the slug, Kerry. Look, Kerry with an eye. Great stuff. Marie Dowling is in there amongst that finishing pack. And now look at the clock, ladies and gentlemen. 1:59. Now look what it is. 55. 56. Now does it matter to them? Remember, you can take about 6 minutes off most of those because they were running in wave 2, but still the visual of the clock, that's what does. So most of these are finishing about 6 minutes faster than the time you're seeing on the clock. How does that matter? Because the chip in their number for them starts when they go under the gantry. The starting gun had already gone in 6 minutes. But it's their particular finishing time because it stops for them when they go under the gantry. And Harry Gorman is there supervising all. And here's Daniel's boys. Look at that. Well done again from Daniel's boys. Often one of the first to be there, the first off, and they spread joy. They set the tone. Well done, Daniel's boys. We look forward to seeing you coming to the Dublin Marathon in 36 days' time. Porterstown Panthers, one of the most. Fiona Duggan! Still holding hands. Well done, Fiona Duggan. Where is she? Still holding the hands. Well done, Fiona. Couldn't carry on that nonsense, all right. I see no sign of him. No sign of him. The maroon and white of Mullingar Athletic Club. Oh my, you make me sigh. You're such a good-looking woman, Joe Dolan, the king of Westmeath, sang many years ago. More is what he also sang, and that's what you'll want for the marathon. Stephen Coyne is going there. The seasons of mist and meadow fruitfulness has been replaced with joy, enthusiasm, runners, energy, movement. There's no mist or cloud about it right now. They come out of Furs Road looking tremendous. Our youngest finisher today, look at that in the Irish rugby jersey, bringing them a little bit of good spirits for tomorrow's game against Scotland. Our Welsh friends up here say they're supporting Scotland tomorrow, so if you want to give them a dirty eye on the way, they'll add 5 minutes onto your time if you do, so maybe not a good thing to do. Francis Walsh, well done, Francis. I hope you're happy there. Frank McQuaid is coming through from the Marathon Club. So Frank has a double distance on his mind. Nicky Boland there from County Wexford, or the one of the Pulse Triathlon crew. Ready for a swim, ready for a cycle. Some of the runners today too, I saw them putting in big miles before the race began. So some of them are using today's half marathon as an add-on to a long run. And they won't be doing too many long runs between now and the marathon. Take 10 days off, you're into 26 days. Take 10 days to recover from day, you're talking into about 10-day window. So most of these runners, they're ready for the marathon now. It's about getting the head right. Mental fitness is the state of mind to help you prepare to your best. Mental toughness is getting into that. And it's that freshness period between now and the Dublin Marathon is what's the challenge for the runners in the next while. Shane Kennedy is there. Salah Al-Jundai, where are you? Maybe mispronouncing it so much he doesn't really spot it. Mark Jones, are you out there? Mark, let's give it a cheer. Give yourself an opportunity. Well done, the two. Eugenia Leddy is there, one of the greatest performances I've ever seen in the Phoenix Park. 1968, Eddie Leddy won the Inter All-Ireland Schools Cross Country and the Senior Cross Country in the one day. Zofia from the Polish club, Polska era. Every Polish lady's name ends with an A. Sofia, nothing different there. We saw Sofia at the start. Ian O'Brien is there, another one of the Porterstown. They're from just down the road. A great team spirit about them. The Kiltane Ladies. Oh, look at them. I missed the Kiltane Ladies. Part of Pat's army, Pat's Biskin. Here's Brendan. Look, Brendan, you're holding a different woman's hand every time. Fair play to you, Brendan. They haven't copped him yet. The man from Porto, at least his t-shirt says Porto. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one more time, look at the joy and health and fitness. The clock is saying 2 hour 4, but does it really matter if fiddlers what the clock says? When you look, and you know, if any of you are in Dublin, I'd invite you to pop down to the Furs Road some ordinary day, not an extraordinary day like today. See how remote it is, see how ordinary it is. But when you bring all these wonderful people into it, something magical happens. Becca Jones, where's the other Becca? She doesn't care. Look, she's delighted. She's behind me, she says with delight. Oh, glad I gave her the chance. Becca 1 is in. Becca 2 behind. A little bit more space on the road, but you know, it's not that much extra. And you can see that that's one of the demands on these runners. The men from Exeter fighting all the way. They got word that they're running out of bananas. Another finisher is a child from Southwell or Southwell or whatever they call that when I'm watching the after races. Southwell I'd call it, but Southwell they seem to get away with most of the time. A multitude of colours, of ages, representatives of counties and clubs, of dreams and aspirations. The lady from Ashbourne is in there. Elsa, look at her for a smile. That lady takes care of her timing most of the time. Well done. And again, looking like it's absolutely no bother at all to her. And that's the way it looks with a lot of you. The easiest pursuit of all, and we think of people like Louis Hogan from RT Radio 2 and Noel Carl at times like this. They said it was possible when many said it wasn't. The people like Jim Otley who put the committees together, the Billy Kennedys, the Harry Gormans, when Harry was national marathon champion, there were 20s and 30s running the marathons, that's all. Now we've 22,400, and we're honoured to have the same Harry Gorman at the start of these. 90 years of age, he'll be one of these days. Well done, Harry Gorman. David McGee is there from Ashbourne, County Meath. There was a doubt as to where County was in during the year. Some of them were during the week, some of them were claiming that Sam was coming home. But it was no home to Ashbourne in County Meath, and a lot of folk let them know that. Inez Morez. Inez, well done to you. Philip Devoy is there. Donald Griffin. Come on, Donald. Team James are here, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, give Team James an extra special oosh of a welcome. Come on, give them a big, big cheer. And ladies and gentlemen, James is going to finish up. Well done. Now there's an occasion for you. Come on, keep the bull bus going. with his ma'am Alison. James, well done. That will be something people will remember for a long time. Well done, Alison. Well done, James. Give him the whistle, give him the cheer. Come on, add a little bit of volume to it. Well done, James. Fair play to you. And we look forward immensely to seeing you back in the marathon in 36 days. Now, beat that for a memory today. Will there be anything today that you'll see will be better or more inspirational than that? Thank you, James. Thank you to Ma'am Alison. Well done. Thank you very much and well done. Rory was there keeping company and keeping what I call an oosh. An oosh is a great thing to get from a friend. Another one from our Polska. Look at that. He has got the bandana, he's got the hat, he's got the phone. It is Alexander from the Polska Club showing off running backwards. No bananas for those who run backwards. Jean is here, back from birthday celebrations, caringly giving out the prizes to the people she loves and helping all the other officials to have a great day. What would it be without Jean? We might all be very happy. Still they come. And still that sense of being in control of their pace, in control of their fitness. That's the overriding Hartstown Meet and Train group, again from just down the road. But the prevailing sense is a group of people who are really, Sinead is there from Team Kerry. Well done, Sinead. But these people are ready for the marathon. And I would caution anyone making a big sudden sprint now to the finish. Don't worry about what the Welsh guys are ticking off that clock. They speed it up sometimes, they slow it down sometimes. Just keep your own rhythm. They're just here busily counting on their fingers and changing the thing. So don't let the clock worry you. Just make your pace nice and steady and easy. They think the time matters, but if we're in New York, it wouldn't be the early morning yet, so time really doesn't matter. The sunglasses are out, the bandanas are out, the second man from Hartstown coming in very close succession. Becca Ty, we saw her finish, we saw Fiona Ward finish. Fiona's nearly got home and has the Becca Jones, we saw her. Fergal O'Leary's coming in now. Bridget Starbuck, where are you, Bridget? Good woman, Bridget. Bridget, is that yourself with the glasses, yeah? Fair juice to you. Well done, that lady owns coffee shops all over the world. She never heard that before. Well done, Bridget. Nothing to Bridget Jones and the big items that she wears. Donald Young is there. Well done, Donald. Look at the two. Who's carrying who there? Look at, come on, it's about time you carried your own weight. Leave that lady alone. Well done. The clock is saying 2:10:22. Ben Lawler is here telling his jokes. BS11, the only man with a BS t-shirt today, but there's a reason for that. The greatest Morton Mile pacemaker the world has ever seen. Conus a Tuta, Ben. Good man, good to see you. Law Bra, Grania Tom, Tá Spare Guramos McKeon, Agus Nelta Bugga, Bonna, Exnaw, Galeshkill, Trasnasus. That was bait into me when I was a young lad, and as every now and then I can bring it out of me. Robbie Blake is there. Good man, Robbie. Anya Duffy. Anya in the Raheny singlet, again from that. Probably one of the best suited city areas to train in. Seafront, Dollymount, Anns Park, the Hill of Forth, the great conversation stopper. Joanne is there, Sylvia, Anthony Cleary, Michael O'Sullivan, you remember the great pianist, Micheál O'Sullivan from UL. Patrick Hogan is there from Marino Athletic Club, and let me mention tomorrow the Griffith Avenue Mile, a humdinger of a race, downhill. A mile starts in the Swords Road Junction and finishes outside Ordskull Reach. More from the Raheny Team Kerry. The rhythm that carried them so far. Bernard Dunn is going there, great name. Bernard, fair play to you. The man who never was in the ring boxing anybody, the Team Kerry, Bernie Dunn as against anybody else. But runners, just the care and attention that you're running with now, that's the care and attention to get you to the gantry. No need to up the pace, irrespective of what a PB might be. Just connect to tomorrow, you'll recover all the quicker, just keep it going. A reminder one more time, the set of car keys has been handed in. and it's a countdown to my daughter Alicia being presented with this car this evening if nobody comes for the car keys. So if you've lost your car keys, then you need to come and collect them. Pouring in now, 2 hours 12. So again, take away, if they were in the second wave, 6 minutes. Take away 12 minutes. If they were in the third wave, unlikely some of those will be here at this point. Then again, I'm looking out with a coach's hat. I'm seeing very little signs of distress. I'm seeing people who are very much in control, and people who are on the rhythm, on the mindset, on the journey, as they say. So Daniel Boyd's man is in there too. Well done. Daniel's dad, Keith. So well done, Keith. Fair dues to you. Another one of our Polska team, Jean Dobry. Stu Stanavana Wanamanagani is what they say about a table with a Fabio. Well done, Fabio. Martin from Team Kerry, up there in Dunleer in County Louth. Melanie is in there as well. Started. Look at the joy. I look at the faces right now and I see a group of people who are a lot happier, a lot joyful. The Jack and Jill man, Mr. Siggy Harriman, the dad will be in tears, the man from Annagassan. Annagassan, of course, the homeland of Noel Carroll, who with Louis Hogan, who was the Director General of RTE Radio 2 at the time, really lit the spark that made this possible. But I look down at the start and I see people who have big serious faces on them. It's hard to put a smile on. It's hard to talk positively to them. And now you look at the finish. They're smiling. There's a little bit of sweat on their brow. There's a grimace or two every now and then, but you look into their eyes and it's just bubbling with a sense of happiness of a job. Very, very well done. You can't really wake up on the morning of the half marathon. There's administrative difficulties, but physically you can't decide, here, I want to run a half marathon today. The man from Crockwell will go home happy. You've got to put the work in, and this is the return for all the hard work. Look at those smiles, ladies and gentlemen. Imagine if you could bank them and just use them for the rest of the week alone, and come back again in 36 days' time and get another injection of it. Wouldn't you be Delira and Exira with yourself all over? Because Dublin certainly can be heaven. Two more of our team, Kerry Brigade. How many times is he going to mention that? Well, there's 118 of them. 118 from Team Kerry. The road is still packed. Alec Gahigan, we were looking out for, didn't see him finish today, didn't see him start either. Another one of our vertical red and whites of Trim Athletic of Shea Maston. There's a man dancing to the finish, a little bit of boog. There's another Ashburn gang going through, well done, fair play to you. You lift the weights, you do the sprints, you run to the pillow, and then you get to the Phoenix Park and you put it all together. Another one of the Clonlift Brigade, they might be one of Ben Lawler's group. And again, I just urge that sense of caution. The pace that got you this far, well, he gets you down to the bananas and the t-shirt as well. There's a little bit of a hump on the road there just underneath the gantry, so don't let that be something that pulls you up right at the finish. You want to recover now in a few days' time, get another few runs in before the marathon, and then there's that legendary, epic morning when you get up full of nerves, you're wondering what you should eat, you wonder how you'll get there. There's the touch of frost always in the air, there's the music, There's the darkness just beginning to lift. At the back of the mind, you all know there's 26.2 miles ahead of you. And that's what gives a tingle of excitement that you could never get in a bottle or a drink or a meal. Not even a Donald skiing meal could give you a buzz like that. Oh God. There's another one of our trend runners. Frank Houlihan is there. He is there. Looking younger than what I saw a while ago. Looking mighty he is. Joe McCracken. Now Joe, if you need security to help you there, because there could be some security issues regarding what company you're in, but if you just give me the nod. Frank, fair play to you. A mighty man. Well done. Not a whimp of regret about the Kerry lads the last day. If you have a programme, Brogy our dog's photograph is in that programme, Frank. I'll tell you all about it. Good man. The man who walked 100 miles in Capino in a week. Two girls, again, showing that camaraderie and that friendship that can make it so much easier. What was it the Newbridge crowd makes the good runs better and the hard ones easier, or words to that effect. People there running for Temple Street, Run for a Smile, and 1 mile of a race in Griffith Avenue tomorrow. I'm not sure what the entry procedure is like, but from the Swords Road junction of Griffith Avenue, there's a sprint finish with technical thing, just perfect. Just take it easy is what I say. You can get this far, there's no reason. There's a man with a Willie Nelson beard and a Willie Nelson type of hair. Well done. You're on the road again. On the road again. No, I can't say Gene just not giving me the key. And still they come. Another Raheny, big smile. Brian Vaughan is there. Bromlin. David O'Connell. A.V. Matthews is one of those out there. Louis Ledwich. Now, nothing to the Ledwich, the poet from Slane, I imagine. But Louis Ledwich from the United Kingdom. The Red Estrada and District, that's testing the old tongue at this stage of the day. Claire Williamson. Well done, Claire. Steve Wren is there from Dublin. Barry Duff, another one of our dubs. John O'Brien is there. Louise Walsh from Dublin. Santiago Perez Diaz. Where are you, Santiago? Give us a wave. Santiago Pierre Diaz from Spain, the man. Flying into the finish he is. There's another one of our red and white brigade. Happy as... Well done. That's one of the Lucan Harriers. And the Cobra team. Fair play to you. No need to be rushing now. Take it handy. You've got this far. The clock is showing 2:20:20. Perfect. The Monalty. Remember the Steam Festival? Are they still down in Monalty? There's more steam coming out of them, I tell you. Well done. There's a man with a bit of a bump today, but there'll be better days, and he's still getting to the finish. May given up a bit, but still getting there. Isn't that great to see? Another one of our Porters Town. And Ireland top, Darren. Is that Darren? Looks like one of the supporters that goes and sings Ole, Ole, Ole. It's Barry, actually. Barry, one of our Ole, Ole brigade in the travelling soccer supporters. David Egan is out there. Good man, David. Hugh Carlton. Hope I got that second bit right. Well done. Ken Noonan is out there, just finishing, looking happy for it. And if anything, there's more people filling the tarmac of Forres Road now than there was just a while ago. And look at that celebration of delight. And why not? Well done. 5-8-9-3. Well, that's 5. It's gone. 5-8-9-3. Well done. And again, you can see now as the athletes begin to visibly look a little tighter, the extra space is powerful for them. It's just what you require. You need a little bit of extra space. Safety 1, enjoyment 2. And could you Jean Dobry, to another one of our Polish friends? More and more ladies coming through there, just as one of them just gets a little bit ill, just near the finish. That's no problem. A lighter girl. Get fished, get ready, get finished, she says. Well done. And listen, as supporters now, let's adopt a runner. Let's adopt them and give them a cheer as they go by. support them, give them a cheer, give them a Buddha bus, the Nairi and Boher laps. It'll be Shenda. Now there's the first Shenda to finish. Shenda from Team Kerry. That singles her out a little bit more than others. And now the ratio of men to women begins to tilt, and I always feel it's around 50-50. The entries are a little bit more than 50% of men, but it comes to a time here where it begins to tilt and more women coming through. All counties, many countries, a man like Devon Turner there, it could be Devon, poor old Devon, they didn't bring him to Japan, but he's hardly gone running a half marathon to cool the ardour at this stage. Leinster will have other duties for him. And this time tomorrow we'll know exactly how they've got it in their first game of the World Cup rugby. The Offaly colours that John Todd would go of were my number 4-2-2. Carl Milligan is there, good man Carl. Vicky O'Neill is one of those. Mags O'Sullivan, now there's a great name, well done Mags. Paul O'Brien from County Meath. And again, emerging caution, don't be sprinting towards the gantry. The pace you've got yourself here, if you come up here and talk to the timers, they'll take the time off for you, no problem at all. Big smiles on them. The two from Team Kerry, I love the way they just run and support each other along the way. You don't have to chat, you don't have to say nothing. All you have to do is just be there. Woody Allen said that success was 99% just turning up. Well, I'm not too sure if I agree with it, but look, turning up is a big start, alright. Just take your time. This is the Ottawa Dunn Brigade, the smiling, it's our 2-hour brigade. Well done to them. So again, remember now they have finished, started up in zone 3, wave 3. So there, I can see by their smiles, they're delighted with themselves. And the group, I hope, will give them a big Buddha bus and a shine of gratitude as they bring them in. It's a great help to be able to switch off at serious times. 2 hours, you can't be thinking all the time. There's a time to think and there's a time just to let it go. And these allow that situation. So a little bit of support. Our supporters are very silent now. Could you give a bit of a cheer? Come on, adopt someone. Go on, give them a bit of a hoo-jam. Let's get a bit of a hip going. Hip hip! That's better. Come on, one more whopping one now. Hip hip! Ah, there's a Lyra. That'll make their day. And when they finish, they cheered me in with a big one. There's a man now who's milking it. Well done, long sleeves. Oh, he's sorry he brought the long sleeves now. He's a ringer for Fintan O'Toole. It might be Fintan, he could tell you all about Brexit. Well done to that man. Fair dues. 2 hours 25, the clock is at now. 3 hours 15, two of our finishers from the Frank Duffy 10, proudly wearing their colours, and of course we had the Fingal runners wearing that same colour the last time. Now I saw the colour of today's t-shirt and I've forgotten it. I think it's the luminous green like the officials have. Some of them in the Dublin top, still a big smile on their face after last week's replayed win over Kerry. We had a few people in the Kerry jerseys running today. Fair dues to them. Again, look at the smiles. Come on, supporters, keep cheering them. Just give a yahoo whenever you feel like it. You go down to Temple Bar and you give an old yahoo. And there's a better reason now. Up your body, you go on, you good thing. You're looking great. That's the way to do it. And runners, come on, let's milk it. Let's put your hands in the air. Let's demand that they cheer from you. Well done. And a thank you day to the officials. A day to say, well done. The Lust Brigade, gangs of them, Rush and Lust, the market gardening. Pay it into me in school as well, the things you don't forget. Well done. Another one of Raheny running right down the middle of the camber of the road. Michael Archibald is there. Niamh Gaffney, Alison Moore, Stefan Gazelle. Well done, Gazelle. It's not a great second name for us. That's you, Stefan, yeah? Good man, Stefan. John Flynn is there from County Meath. Invermore, represented by James Ford. Inverdee and Invermore under the same club. Alexandra Mafia. Alexandria, where are you? Well done. Another one of our team, Kerry. 142 of them will be running on marathon days. That's a cracking great number. Look at that. The aeroplane has landed, it's coming in, and there's great joy and support, and there's a great massive buzz about all of that. Sinead Walsh is numbered there. Christy Daly. Peter Dorgan, Damien Fox, Amanda McKennitt is in there. Well done, Amanda. There's been a few Amandas gone through already. Emer Rooney is number though. Certainly more ladies than men coming in now as the clock ticks off at 2:27:37. So the 2.5-hour clock reading is a target now that many of them, if they're within my earshot, well, they're going to get inside the 2:30 clock timing. But remember, some of them in wave 3 might have started 20 minutes after the clock got going. And yet their time, because of the chip that's in their number, their time will be their precise time exactly. The crowds are building up and the crowds have gone silent. Come on, another hip hip! Great stuff. Now athletes, come on, milk it all the way. Give them a wave and the crowd will respond. One of the best crowds we've ever had. Let this be the link. There's Mr. Walsh going through. Well done. That's it. Now this could be the link for them to get out tomorrow. This could be the link for them to get out and make sure they get to the start line of the marathon. Yet another from the gang from Raheny. They'll be chat and talk there. The car has still not been found. Leisha looks like she'll be the owner of a new car before the evening's out. Mary, if you're within earshot. Mary, I believe you're from Dundalk. But Mary Hamill, will you come to the presentation area, please? The PA system, yeah. Just there past the gantry. So, Mary Hamill, if you're within earshot, please make your way to the PA system here just beside the gantry. Thank you very much, Mary Hamill. And still they come. Again, I look for signs of eagerness or signs of life that they can get those extra miles that the marathon will demand. And sure enough, when you pull back the effort and the speed and the pace that they have put in for half the distance, you can see there's no doubt about it. The supporters have been wonderful. And keep your cheering going. Just adopt someone. It doesn't matter. Just as long as you give them a cheer, that's what they want, that's what they hear. It doesn't have to be attached. There's a Man United man with a big sad face on him. Yeah, look at him. I remember when we used to be good. He's been telling people that the whole way. And everyone's laughing at him. So we're still going. Dintna, here he is there. Well done, Dintna. Jennifer Hash. I might have made a mess of the hash bit, but well done. Natalie O'Shea is in there. And we're beginning to see now as Max LeBlanc. Where's Max LeBlanc? There he is with the pink hat. Well done, Max. And a great sound of support and the clapping hands, the Bula bus. Deirdre from Team Kerry, looking good, and then I've got a lot of support along the way from the Team Kerry Brigade. The weather is getting better, quite chilly when we came here this morning, but look at it now. Heaven blessed and deserving of people who are deserving of everything that they can get on days like today. We think of Robbie Matthews, we think of John McHugh, who shared great days like this with us and enjoy them with us, and we don't forget them on days and moments like this as well. So to the parents and sisters of John McHugh, Noel and Paula and Elizabeth and Robbie Matthews, who won this race in 2013, very, very recently, it's good to remember them on days when we're back and celebrating, well, not just their memory, but the kind of things they'd like us to be celebrating as well. They're running with friends, but look at them, pink to make Harry wink. Now Harry has been asleep here, but I think Harry, it's time to wake up. Look at the four lovely ones in pink coming through there. And there's life in Harry now as they go through, and they get blessed with his wisdom as he goes through. And there the running with friends makes the good runs better and the hard runs easier. It's a wonderful mentality. Dunboyne going in there in the white singlet with the blue band. New tartan track. Sarah from the joggers to sloggers, or the reverse actually. The sloggers to joggers and joggers a lot further on. Space in the road for the first time, and remember the race started 2 hours 30 minutes ago. $5,650, and Julie and Annie, look at the two of them, well done. 5,600 odd brilliant people have finished at this point. So we have about another 2,000 out the road. So again, the collegiality, the friendship, the group. There's another one of the big gangs. That Sherry Orchard Brigade. Get ready with the sunglasses, Harry. Big glass of orange and crimson there. The photographers are putting dimmers on their cameras. The singlets are getting so bright. There's children and parents and grandparents of all ages and descriptions looking along Furs Road, looking to see the joyful eyes and high fives that they're sharing. And again to the spectators, give them a cheer, give them a yahoo. It's what can connect them to the next day. And oosh, Eileen, come on Eileen, we'll make a song about it, Eileen. We could get a good record on that one. Come on Eileen. 100,000 steps. And look at that, I thought that dog would need a water, fair dues to him, a half marathon. How many steps did those brothers from Scotland talk about? 500 yards? Maybe 500 miles, there it is. I learned the words for the next day. And there's another, look at the generational joy of spreading the fame, and never know, the younger one will be back in a few years' time. All counties, shapes. We've seen people from Argentina, Great Britain, Czech Republic, Poland, Italy. They're just ones we've highlighted or noticed. And here's more of the pacers coming through. The 220 Brigade adding on to the 15 or 20 minutes. They're smack bang as Linda goes through. Now a big round of applause for our pacers. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Not a beeping or switching. The guy in the army gear going in there. Wow, imagine that's not an empty pack either. But you can see the joy of those who have shared the journey with the pacer. And that's wonderful to see. So wonderful atmosphere here, and thank you to each and every one of you. Photographs are being taken, memories are being etched into the memory bank. The weather is getting better as the day goes on. The joy of the shared discussions about pace and cramps and stitches and joy and what your GPS said or what your Garmin said and who overtook you. The Galway Bay, and see the sun go down in Galway Bay. Well, what a place to see it. Wonderful. They bring their water bottles, they bring their handbags, they have their Gucci, this, that and the other, but nothing replaces the sense of joy of running here. The best of life is lived quietly, John McCarthy says, where nothing happens but our calm journey through the day, where change is imperceptible and the precious life is everything. Hi-ya, holla, I saw there. There's a man from Coulomber Park, the man from Coulomber, a runner for hundreds of years, a neighbour one time. Good to see you. Are you still in Coulomber? No, he looks like he's spread the net. He's gone a bit further. Well done. Let's do this, they say on the t-shirt. Well, let's go. Let's do it as right. And the people who say nothing and just go and do. They're the real leaders. The people who inspire by doing. And well done to you all. And again, those of you who have finished, just adopt a runner now as they're going through. A bit of a cheer, a bit of a well done. Mullinóige agus Chucky Shee. Our Welsh friends haven't a clue what we're talking about now, but anyway, that's the way to keep them. Mullinóige agus Chucky Shee. We won't even tell them. They'll be telling their rugby players they'll even be getting better. Warren Gatland is even a bit of an Irishman, isn't he? The hats were wisely chosen today because you needed the sunblock, but the old caps kept the sun off. You can see it being appreciated appreciated by those coming in. Kevin, well done to you, Kevin. Good man. Kevin gets the thumbs up. It's amazing then the way the road just gets that little bit busy, but the way they're holding hands and keeping everyone behind them. There's a Porterstown warrior in there amongst it all. Another one from Galway Bay. How did they get separated at all? Train hard and drink, she says. Well, it's water, of course, she meant. Another group of the sloggers to joggers. Look at them. Look at the joy. They've picked up a new member. They're worse than the Moonies. Once you join them, you can never leave. Fair play to you. The sloggers to joggers. Now again, ladies and gentlemen, join a club that will give you that kind of joy on a regular basis as you come to the finishing line. And no harm to chat or reward and say well done to someone else from some other club. Another one from Drogheda District, the bright red of it. Dundee District, which isn't 1,000 miles from it, they also wear red. I think just to confuse me. But there's the lovely distinguishable blue and white of Team Kerry. Makes it an awful lot easier. Nori from, that's the North East Runners. Well done, another neck of the woods up there. And a calmer group again. The man with a sore leg, but he's still going to get to the finish. Isn't that wonderful about a start, middle and end? Well done. A cool member from the Team Kerry. Glasses with mirrors in them. I tell you, well done. Are they more pink to make the boys wink? They are, Bajani. A big flood of those now. The clock is showing 2:38, 2:39. How quickly the time is going by. Again, one of our t-shirts from the Airtricity sponsorship days. KBC, of course, now on board for the first time. The big area of presentation down there. Mary Hamill, I called to come to the PA place. I don't know if she came or not, but Mary, we were looking for you at the PA area, if you haven't heard us to date. And any silent spectator now could be zapped. We're asking all spectators there, give a cheer to those who are coming in. They really need it. Sinead Lyons is one of them. Edward Donlan is another. Maria O'Regan Butler from St. Lawrence O'Toole is yet another one. Paul Moore is delighted with the way of the day. He was in charge of weather today, or so he's claiming. We'll put him in charge of weather for the Morton Mile next year. Paul O'Reilly is in there. And there's the girl who's getting the selfies and photographs at the start. There was no rush in her. God knows how many pictures. What a head of hair. I would swap for that any day, I tell you. Well done. No wonder there was photographs being taken. Derek Keating is there from the Waterstown Warriors. Good man, Derek. Paul Nixon is there. Hoon Shunta, whose name is that I'm messing up? There's a man from Porterstown Panthers. They're just in Lucan. Porterstown, just out the road. Good man to all. And again, another burst of silence in the midst. They're like waves of enthusiasm as Carl Hines and Lee Richardson. Debbie Malone is there. Well done, Debbie. The yellow thing. Love to see them running in pairs. Same gear, same pace, and a great sense of joy. And of course, he had to be a yard ahead. Look at that, I'll bring you to the finish, Pat. You tell me he's my brother. Well, it could be a bit more of her brother, but anyway, you know the story. Oh, the tights. Are you sorry you wore the tights now in the heat? Oh, they told you to wear the shorts, but I didn't, no. Amanda Breen. I wonder how many Amandas we had, but they certainly caught my eye. There's a sound man sitting in the middle there, Mr. Mongy, happy enough wearing boots like it was the middle of winter. But anyway, sure, look at. He was told to wear the flip-flops and he wouldn't listen to anyone. Not at all. Up since the cock of dawn, he still wore those bloody boots. Look at him. Jeepers, heavens above. Hugh Sullivan is in there and enjoying it. And again, I urge you not to make a mad burst. Now to the finish, the pink socks. Look at the pink socks. Harry Gorman ran for years, never had pink socks. Never. Harry, what do you think of those for a fad? Harry is the thumbs up. He loves them. But man, fair dues to you. Siobhan Kelly is in there. Samantha Harvey. Well done, Samantha. Nicole McGuire. Philip Coy. Well done. Andrew Lowe, big smile. There is a spectator who knows about milking it. Fair play to you. Well done. That's the kind of thing. The man with the beard. Look out for a beard. Look at the height of him. Fair play to you. That's good stuff. Good man. See? Mary Hamill, we're still looking for you, Mary. So Mary Hamill, we think you're from the Dundalk region, Mary. And if you'd come down to the PA booths down beside the finishing gantry, we'd appreciate it. So Mary Hamill, or anyone who knows Mary Hamill, you might invite her down here to the PA centre, please. Thank you, Mary Hamill. So spread the word if you know her. If you know her, just look around and say we're looking for her down here. Meantime, there's a car key in my pocket that was handed in. My daughter is going to get the set of cars at 5 o'clock unless you have presented it. So please, if you've lost your car key, then you need to come along to me to collect it, or else Leisha gets a new car. We change the number plates, we do a little bit of this, that and the other, and she's as happy as Larry, and she'll remember me as her favourite father forever and ever. So you can't say I didn't warn you. Look at the ladies in black, the Johnny Cash Brigade, on the day that Leonard Cohen was born in 1934. You look good, he says. You look good. They'd love you on the street. If I were here, I'd kneel for you 1,000 kisses deep. Leonard knew how to put the words together. He sure did. Well done all. What a beautiful day. Is there anywhere in the world that could be better today to run a half marathon? Is there any park that would be better? Double the size of Central Park. The Americans and all the guff about this being big and that being big. Well, we've got a park, an enclosed park, that's better than the whole lot of them. Trump that, we might say to them, as the Welsh fellas are saying to the Americans all the time. Trump that. The clock is telling us 2 hours 44:37. Over 6,000 runners have now finished. Started, ran the half marathon, and finished. The man from Porto, his name might even be Porto. He might never have been in Porto, but he got a jumper with Porto written on it. But today is the day. Well done. And there's plenty of good support for him as well. The two women are pulling and dragging each other. The Gogglebox here. Oh, I love Gogglebox. There's two more of our pacers. Bernadette. Bernadette. What would she do without you, Bernadette? Well done. From the Fingal gang. And here are pacers. The people with the balloons. 2 hours 30. Look at that. Smack bang on time. The woman from Ballinasloe in between the two of them. The hot air that I blew up the balloons with still intact with them there. Our screens at the finishing showing a little bit of highlights and some of the officials and the buildings and so forth around the place. And again I look for distress and I don't see any. I just see a sense of joy and accomplishment, not even thinking about the marathon at this stage. And you know, the funny thing is that some doubts will reappear now. You look at them, we look at these people and think they're well able to go and keep going. And some doubts will sneak into them. And isn't that a shame? Because we can see how able they are, and yet they'll see how unable they might be. Oh, I felt tired, or oh, I did this, or oh, I did that. But we can see, looking at them from the outside, they're well able, and I look forward to seeing so many of these faces at the finishing line, not just of today's half marathon, but of the KBC Dublin Marathon in 36 days' time. A great joy that will be for us all. Another one of our sloggers to joggers. We're going to another Amanda. My God, I'll have to learn the words of that song. Amanda, do you remember it? I met an Amanda who never had even heard of it. Well done all. Come on, spectators. Come on, give them a noosh. Runners demand that they give you a shout. Put your hands in the air. The woman from Portsmouth is here. Ali, fair play to you. From Portsmouth to Dublin with a smile. We could write a song about that. Come on, runners, demand that they cheer you on. The three kids chasing Dad. He has money from McDonald's. It's fallen out of his pockets. That's the only reason. I couldn't have done it without you. The man from Porterstown with the smile. You got a haircut. Why did you cut all that lovely hair? My God, he had a... And look at the shorts he's wearing. Harry, what do you think of those flowery shorts, the man from Porterstown? He's wearing them for a bet, but I'm disappointed he got the old curly hair cut. There's a man on the phone. I'm finishing. Yeah, I'm nearly there. Get the hoover ready. I'm able to do a bit of hoovering later on as well. No problem at all. Well done, ladies, and it is all ladies that's in the eye view at the moment. What a great feeling. So many of you doing it for the first time. Louise McCabe, one of our Polish. Dzień dobry. Now you as a Polish man know that you have one phrase for table with a broken leg. Put me on the test here. Stu Stonovana Wanamanigani. Did I get it right? No, yeah, he's giving me the thumbs up. Stu Stonovana Wanagani. He's just out of breath. He's just not able to do it. I believe you're up around the FM 104 truck, so if you're hearing me up there, or if somebody who knows Nicky Lenahan, Nicky, we need you down here at the PA booth, please. So Nicky Lenahan, make your way down towards the finishing gantry. We're down here, thank you very much. And again, I'll just say the name one more time, Nicky Lenahan. Nicky is here. Nicky, how are you? Come on around. Thank you. Nicky has arrived. Again, I remind the old push we have for the car. Leisha's going to get a new car if the keys are not handed in. Again, I'm asking now, plenty of support. These people really crave the team car. You can look at them with the unusual stuff they have in the water bottles, whatever that might be. I'm not quite sure, and I don't think they drink it until they hit the bus on the way back. But well done. Is that the purple of Fingal? I think it is. This is the purple of last time's singlet. I'm not too sure. Another one of our multicolored. That could be Italiano. It could be... There's another team all together. Well done. Together it's a lot better. Team, T-E-A-M. Together everyone achieves more. Isn't there a wonderful example and sign of it all right here? Heaven-blessed weather, beautiful days, everybody positive and enthusiastic. The security people even are generous and smile and let people by. So look at where you wouldn't get a little electric picnic. I tried to get in, they wouldn't let me in. But anyway, 8 grounds they said, you wouldn't understand. And I think Féile is on in Thurles this particular weekend. Sinead O'Connor heading that. So they're going to get good weather down in Thurles. No hurling this time. Well done, a little bit of competitiveness at the end. There's going to be a big battle here. Oh, jeepers. Harry, get the photo finish out. Harry O'Gorman is the judge there, whatever he says. Good man, Harry. Harry does all kinds of jobs there. He's the man. Look at the pace. Look at you can see the way just running together with a friend just makes that a little bit easier. There's a rhythm, there's an invisible contact. There's a tread there, there's a movement. They disturb the air at the same way and it just gets that little bit easier. And again, I'm just urging that little bit of caution. There's no need to give us socks at all near the end. Whatever got you to get here, that's enough to get you under the gantry as well. Supporters, we're asking you, we're looking at those supporters that are there silently. We're taking note. We'll do a digital recognition of you. We'll add 1 time onto your finishing time if you were a runner. So again, a set of car keys has been handed in. A man with dubious reputation has come and collected it, but if you still have lost a set of car keys, please come along to the PA centre and let us know. Don't be worried about it, we'll find it for you. What does the clock say? Well, it's just inside the 3-hour mark now. We're coming to nearly 7,000 finishers. Imagine that. 7,000 people on the Chesterfield Road, and they've covered Chesterfield Road after the 10-mile mark. They've gone uphill some of the roads, they went downhill. 250 years after the Phoenix Park was made a public park, the zoo opened in 1831. Imagine that. The zoo was opened back then. The woman from Ballinasloe, the Ballinasloe Fair. I think that takes place around this time, doesn't it? Yeah, that's it. The Esker gang, they're chatting away, and some of the Esker gang are not supporting some of those who are finishing now. We have a digital recognition of every single one of you. Every one of you that doesn't adopt and cheer on an athlete, we'll make life hard for you the next day. So you cheer, you roar, you say thank you to the officials, and again a reminder, Gorman Mahagans to all the officials, because the hard work that they put in makes all of this possible. Another man with a day when his legs will be better and he'll be further up, and yet he gets to the line, and they're the days that we need to value an awful lot more. Some of the sloggers to joggers, look at them together, they're saying, Orla, get with the other three, Orla. But aren't they an awful devil, Orla, to leave you behind? Whatever. Casey, I heard he knew you. All the way from Monaghan. Casey, you can slow down now, they're not shying bananas, you're okay. Take it easy. One of the Mentons is going through there, no relation to Brian, who was given out about the Ashburn Credit Union during the week, and rightly so. And again, we can see the connection in runners just doing it together. 6682, well done to him. Yvonne Rochford is there, Valerie Murphy, John Durand is there, Kieran Galligan, where are you, Kieran? Well done, Kieran. Security. Kate Hoolan got a PB, a mighty PB. Already we missed Jean. She's only gone 2 seconds and we miss her. A lot. Yeah. There's a man now, look at that. Isn't that great to see that type of determination to just get to the finish? Well done. Number 311. Fair play to you. And there'll be great satisfaction got with that. But Kate Hoolan, a personal best today, and that's always good. It's one of the great features we have in athletics, this sense of personal best. We cannot really measure the joy in someone else by a clock, a very rudimentary black and white thing of a clock will never ever replace that measure of sense of a personal best. And look at the Porterstown Panthers with someone who didn't pay their subs, so she doesn't get the blue singlet, and yeah, but they're still talking to her. She'll pay the subs next week perhaps. That can be all the better. More of the serious two from the Porterstown. Look, when you put a smile on, that's it. Mighty stuff. Great support being given all the way along. The man with the beard, when he swore 1,000 times he's going to shave that off because he's roasted, he said. It's coming off tomorrow. Well done. Lady disconnected from the sound so she can hear all the cheers. And David Gom is coming through. David Gom, I saw David Gom in the yellow singlet from Portmarnock. I saw David Gom running 60-metre indoor races. All kinds of distance. David, he's generally the first to the start area. Well done, David Gom. Great to see you. Will you be in the marathon, David? You will? Good man. Fair play, David Gom. The man in the yellow and black of Portmarnock. me a hash of the name. 5800. Well done. Tommy Plaza. Tommy, isn't that a mighty name? Tommy Plaza. Anne-Marie Brown is there. The man who wore the number in his shorts. Well, you don't get much cooler than that. Well done. That's Tommy Plaza. Tommy, good man, looking good. Anne-Marie Brown. Well done, Anne-Marie. Yeah. Showing that she's still conscious and listening there. Stephanie Murphy, Charlotte Brannigan. David Byrne is in there. David, they're running by you there like they don't even care, but they do. They do, David. They do care. Look, don't let her pass you like that. David, you're representing all of us, David. That's it. Good man. Genevieve! David, well done, Genevieve. Give us a smile, Genevieve. That's lovely. Now it's a lot easier when you smile. There's a generational one too, and look at the smile. Look at the legs. Can you see them the way they're going? Boom, 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 boom. Well done. Well done, 4826. That's good stuff. That's Helena Murphy. Well done, Helena. Shauna Fitzgerald is there. Enya O'Connor. Well, there's like a double of two of our famous singers, Enya and Sinead. So, Enya O'Connor, well done. Sarah Griffin is there from St. Coco's. We haven't mentioned them from the Kilcock Club. Well done, Kilcock Club. Well represented. Enough food and water there to do them in a desert. Look at that. Well done. Loads of bananas there in the goodie bag. There's a bit of support being offered. Isn't that lovely to see? And again, a smiling finisher from Porterstown. Panthers. No panting at all. Ternisi Hassan. Where is Ternisi Hassan? Porterstown Panthers, you got a smile. Wider, a bigger smile. Harry, look at these three. What do you think of that? Lovely stuff. The cameras are out. There must be someone very, very important coming along. They're being videoed. I don't think anyone finishes without being videoed now, and yet James Tyrrell and his crew will have all these videos up very, very soon. You check the Dublin Marathon website and you'll see, and check the Facebook pages particularly, and you'll see highlighted videos of all these races. Robert Bear is there. Grania Kieran just behind him. Kira Gray is there. Well done, the girls in blue. Just take it easy. Take it easy now. You've done it. Caroline, hold her back, Caroline. She's like, I don't know what she's like. Star of the Sea. Mark Hoy was Star of the Sea when he won here. 2011. Star of the Sea. Star of the Phoenix Park. Sasha Maguire, where are you, Sasha? Well done, Sasha. Delighted with yourself and should be. Fergal O'Connor is there also. Fergus Riley is there. Good man, Fergus. Sasha, where are you? There. Well done. Well done. Again, that great sense of pride. Over 7,000 now have finished. KBC Dublin Half Marathon 2019. There's a group who have finished coming back here in various stages of disrepair. I don't know if it's the medals or the t-shirts that's making them look a little bit like crocs, but they're not as dainty as they were a while ago. That can happen as soon as you finish. You need just to keep going, keep walking. Colette Kilty is there. Victor Khotov. Victor, well done. Victor coming in there in the yellow. Nolene, how are you doing? Nolene, what a bandana. Well done. Victor, good man. You should have left the blue top behind. The Irish weather. Victor didn't trust it. Could be wise. Maeve Devlin, well done, Maeve. That's Cullum. Is that Cullum Charlton? Well done, Cullum. Now there's a battle. Look at this. Look at this battle as they come down. Jonathan Bunce. Jonathan, don't look over your left shoulder. Inch by inch, they're getting there, Jonathan. Jonathan, I'm beginning to fear for you. They're pairing up, Jonathan. Oh, they've burnt you out of it and taken just at the last minute. There's my bet on 20 to 20 t-shirt. Julie O'Reilly, Susie Taylor, Lisa Duffield. Richard Ball is there. Richard, give me a wave. Where are you, Richard? Good man. Too easy to say having a ball, but he is actually. Well done, 8-7. That's Courtney Tooley. Well done, Courtney. And Harry, it was lovely having you here, Harry, and we'll see you again. The lads taking good care of you. The man who 3 times was National Marathon Champion, PB of 2 hours 27 minutes. And remember today the great Nick Malloy from Upterard, and on this day in 1969, Nick Malloy from Upterard finished 13th in the European Marathon won by Ron Hill. Nick Malloy ran 2 hours 28 minutes that day. One of the real great. He held the world record for 40 miles for a while, albeit at distance not often run. Jill is loving the finish here, winding from side to side. High fives with everyone she can. Well done, Jill. Kieran O'Connell is there, great name. Well done, Kieran. Kaylee Francis, or Francis Kaylee, well done. Look at that, tidying up as she goes. That woman, I tell you, you give that woman a duster. Kaylee Francis cleaning up in the last couple. You wouldn't wait on for a while. There'll be cups and everything to be swept up. Well done, Kaylee. Imelda Lambert. Well done, Imelda. Sinead O'Brien. Sinead, are you one of the famous loudest? Look at Sinead. Sinead says a Porterstown Panther. Sinead, they're catching you, Sinead. There's a bearded fella coming up on your left-hand side. Sinead! Oh, Sinead, I'm worried for... Oh, isn't he awful? Isn't he shocking? No bananas, no goodie bag for him. Yeah, that man should be disqualified. Well done. That's Brendan Cummins. Jennifer Walsh is there. Well done, Jennifer. Catherine Dunn. Trevor MacDonald. Did he read the news one time? Is that Trevor MacDonald or Trevor MacDonald? Well done, Trevor. Look at another one of the pair. Aideen. Jacob, where's Jacob Byrne? Jacob, fair play to you. Good man. You'll be back for the marathon, Jacob. Good man, fair play. Shane Hession, just in behind. Lisa Boorman from Fingal Women. Where's Lisa gone? There's Lisa. Remember that's Lisa, the purple colour that was given out the last time. Lisa, you enjoyed that? Oh, you did, Lisa. That's the wrong answer. Lisa, that's a very much wrong answer. Well done, getting good support as she goes under the gantry. Now she'll have finished in less than 3 hours. That's Brendan Brady. Good man, Brendan, one of the Porterstown gang. Mary Deenahan is there. Where are you, Mary? Well done, Mary. Fair play. Lavinia Kerwin. Where's Lavinia? Well done, Lavinia. Paula. Well done, Paula. And again now, is there a certain rhythm coming here? The tall and the not so tall, but they can still combine to enjoy the buzz of a half marathon. Well done to you all. Well done. That's a nice, easy, controlled rhythm with both of you. Really good. And again we can see this shared aspect. That was Deirdre Parnell and Patrick Brophy going by there a while. Another one of our Fingal ladies going by in that predominant colour of the purple. Conor McCarthy is in there now. Una McGrain. Robin Cunneen. Where's Robin Cunneen? Cunneen. Isn't that the Irish for rabbit? Go, Robin. Fair. Look at Robin. You're there. Well done, Robin. Robin Cunneen. Good. Well done. Fair play, Robin. I hope you enjoyed it. That's Robert Lynch. Robert, how are you doing? Robert, did you vote yes or no for Brexit? Where are we? He wants to stay with Ireland. He wants his passport. Good man, Robin. Robert Lynch. Thomas Collins from Portmarnock there. Well done, Thomas. Philippe Esteran. Is this Philippe? Yes, Philippe. Good man. Clive Shinnock beginning to make a catch up there. Tanya Scanlon. Where are you, Tanya? Well done, Tanya. Is that Christine Lowe with you? Christine, how are you? Alexandra, Gary O'Grady. Man. Alexandra. Gary, is that yourself in the black? It is. Good man. Eve Malloy is there. Tambo Jamison. Is that you, Tambo? Well done, Tambo. Will we see you back for the marathon, Tambo? I don't know. There's no nod there. Neither commit nor deny. Kathleen Phelan. Is that you, Kathleen? Dearman Scott. Well done, Dearman. Ali Farley. Is that you, Ali, from the Scrabo Striders? Diane Coakley. Diane, you got a smile? Diane, are you wearing a Sinead top with your Diane? What's the story? Well done. Siobhan Mullen just in behind her. In the white, that would mean D O'Flaherty. Is this D coming through in the white? Jaime, you are flying at the finish. Well done, there's a lot more there. Siobhan Mullen just in behind. Yang Ming Tiang, I hope I get that, Yang Ming. And again, looking relaxed and looking able. Phelan Deans is next. Jose Jr. Bingley. Jose Jr., how are you doing? Jose, you look like you'll be a great man on the dance floor. You could boogie, Jose, because you are boogieing up Furs Road. Fair play to you. I can hear the music even going 1, 2, 1, 2. Jose Jr. Bingley, well done. Is this Aaron? Is this yourself, Aaron? Aaron Witt? Yes. Now he's the first of the whips of WIPT. Well done, Aaron, from the United States of America. Well done, Aaron.
I reckon anyway, for what it's worth.
This must be Natasha Dowling. Natasha, it's yourself, isn't it? Yeah, she's now, I'm not too sure. I'm not going to say anything to that fella. Well done, Natasha. I hope you enjoyed that today. Well done. That's Patrick Top was coming through. And look at the smiles with all the way. That's Jodie Carr going through now, just underneath the gantry. Well done, Jodie. And there's a woman with a purpose. You can imagine if the clothes is out in the garden and the rain comes. My God, look at that for a walk. Fair play to you. That's Teresa Taft from Balbrigg, isn't it yourself, Teresa? Well done, Teresa. Fair play. Miriam Kerr just in behind. Irene, Fergus, Robert, Ellen, they're all there. The Northeast runners, it looks like there'll be a better day, and better days come. Good times pass, bad times pass, miles pass. It's one of the great joys of it all. Eileen Kinahan from Keen Carry is there. Look at that for a burden, or a pleasure, or a joy, or a sharing. Isn't that wonderful? And imagine they'll all be back. Imagine the two of them. Lisa, who have you picked up? Did she hold you back, Lisa? Normally you're way ahead of that one in the red shoes. Sure, Lord Jenny. You'd have finished an hour ago if it wasn't for all the yap out of her. Well done. Niall McCabe is there, Anne Duggan, Rosary Tracy, Niall McCabe. Niall, is that yourself? Niall, you got an old hamstring or something? Cruciate and AC. That'll be okay. Alison Campbell, look at these two fight, smiling, pretending it doesn't matter. It's life or death, this is. Oh, and Harry is gone to adjudicate. What can we do? The Euro 4, that's Philip Ball. Good man, Philip. Little bit of care will be needed there. Is this Rachel? Rachel Cole from Invermore. Well done, Rachel. Tommy Godkin just behind her. That's Siobhan O'Neill, indeed. Mary, this is Mary. There's something about Mary. Mary, is there something about you? Fair play to you, Mary. Will you be back for the marathon? I hope so. Well done, Mary. Mary Brankin gone by there. Mirko, you've been here before. Fair play to you, Mirko. Good man. I hope you enjoyed that. Well done, Mirko Zivkovic. And then we have June and Kay and Colette, and they don't give the fiddlers. They don't care if we have to wait here till the cows come home. We have to wait till they come home. Fair play to you. Speak to the other lady that's behind you there. Stop. Have a word with her. That's the way to do it. Come on, you get a better forward. That's Michael. Michael, put your hands in the air, Michael. Come on, two of them. Up there, Michael. That's the way. Can't be coming in here with a big face on you. 7,647 have now. Over 7,000 finishers in this year's marathon. Half marathon. Fair dues. The other two coming in. This is Erica Nashling, I think it is. Yeah. Natasha. Natasha and Erica. There's Ashley Manos. Well done, Ashley. Fair dues. Anthony Sayago Leo Joseph. Now there's a name and a half just ahead of Ashley Reynolds. Anthony Sayaya Leo Joseph. Now that keeps me tongue well warmed up. Well done, Anthony. From County Westmeath. Fair play to you. Good man.
What have you got left of
Sharon McLaughlin. Sharon, is it you that's in it? How are you? Did you enjoy that, Sharon? Give us a thumbs up. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Now there's a photographer here, Sharon, and the more you put your hands up, the better the photograph. So come on. 3, 2, 1. Hands up. That's it. Come on, let's do it one more time. Vote. He has you zapped. You could be on the cover of the Elle magazine, on the cover of the Rolling Stone. Is the Rolling Stone still on, I wonder? I'm not too sure. So Antonia Sayaya Leo Joseph is the last man to have crossed the line. Sharon McLaughlin is the last. And I joked about 7,000 plus. We're just coming to the 7,000 mark now. And that's a wonderful endorsement for the organisers, for the hard-working committee, for the security and the guards, the laugh lap, the scouts who take care of our gear while we're there. This is Deirdre and Paula, isn't it? Deirdre? Yeah, and Paula. Deirdre, you're not going to go by her like that. Fair play to you. You couldn't do that. Well done. This is Paul Ryan. Paul, are you in the economy? Did I see you on prime time, Paul? No, I did. I saw you want an interest rate to be put up. No? You were the man. No, you're not. Okay, good man, Paul. Luis Ernesto Rue. Ernest. Well done. Fair dues to you. Is this Lauren today? Well done, Lauren. Lewis, good man. Looks like a little bit of tender care will be needed. Mind yourself getting in all the way, good man.
Their own free will. We haven't taken any matters into our possession. I suggest they go down to the magnitude.
We're looking for Ger O'Connor. This is Ger, I think. Ger, give us a wave there. Good man, not too serious to give a wave. No, they're two serious gentlemen. I wouldn't get in their way. Look at them. Oh, yeah, big serious heads on you. Yeah, look at them. Look at the haircut and the look at that. Huh? Did you pay for that haircut? Big for seven. What a day it has been. And I mentioned at the start, don't cry because it's over, just smile because it happened. And the 2019 version over already. Hard to believe. Is this Martin Butterley? No. Audrey Gannon. Joyce Taff. No, it's none of those. Well done. 7946. That's Avril Flynn. Avril. Jeepers heavens, Avril from County Westmeath. I hardly knew you. That's Hannah McNeil from the United Kingdom. Hannah, did you vote yes or no? Did you vote to stay? You did. You did, okay. Laura Hogan from County Westmeath just behind you. And here's Kieran Kerr from Kieran from Donegal. Really? Did you come from Donegal today? No, not at all. Good man, Kieran. And there's Sharon Billman from the United States. Sharon, there's a fella catching up. Ben, bring Sharon with you. No, he's not. Sharon, well done. Hope you enjoy that. How would you guess she was from the United States of America? Well done. Robert Duffy is the man wearing number 7429. That you on the inside there by the railings, looking for the good ground, Robert? Yeah? Kaja, is this Kaja? Are you from Poland, Kaja? No, Lithuania. Well, Sweden. Well done, Kaja. Salvolinen. Kaja. Gillian, how are you doing, Gillian? Robert, not a bother on you, Robert. Not a care in the world. Fair play to you. Well done. A watch has been handed in, so if you've lost a watch, the GPS and everything and all of that on it. Anna Montero. Well done, Anna. So a watch has been handed in. I'm going to give it to those on the committee because a watch with a GPS yes and all has been handed in, so come to the PA. Come to the PA and reclaim it. Una McKenna. How are you, Una? Fair play to Una. Look at the photographer. Smile at him. Blow a kiss at him. That's the picture. Well done. That could be in the cover. Olivia Quigley. Olivia, you pretended you were sprinting like that all along. Olivia, we know well. Look, out for a stroll and then a leg it near the finish. Fair dues to you, Olivia. We have Adrian Kenny from Lusk due to come now, but I think now we have Taha O'Meara and Cornelia Tweet. Is this Taha O'Meara? Taha, fair play to you, Taha. From County Laois, I see here. Well done, Taha. Good man. And this is Cornelia Tweet. Cornelia, well done. Fair dues to you. Cornelia from Dublin. Well done. Great achievement. And you know, we're beginning to get lonely now. 7,000 plus have just gone by that little bit of tarmac on the Furs Road. It looks nothing too special, but by God, today it looks great. Today and tomorrow. Even our photographers are on the ground. They're exhausted. Look at your man behind the finishing line, and he didn't run a step, kicking his finger. For heck's sake. Look at him. Lads, you have to work with him every day. Look at him. Peas out on the tar. I think I saw him in Temple Bar like that one night. Well done. My gosh, huh? I was kicking my finger all day. I'm exhausted. Cecilia. Cecilia. Do you remember that song, Cecilia? Do you ever... You're breaking my heart. Yeah. You're breaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia. Well done to you. Cecilia Hartzell from Dublin. Well done, Cecilia. Good to see you. And behind Cecilia was Cleena Byrne and Helena Cavan. Where's Cleena? How are you doing? Well done. Where's Helena and Neve? Helena, come on. Look, there's a photographer here putting all this into print. Neve Sheehy. Now there's the girl with a smile. Helena, come on. Look at the photographer over here. Smile. That's it. Well done. Fair play. Well done. Fella beside you, I'm not surprised you're not smiling. Look at the head now. Well done. You look good. Well done to get to the finish. That's good. Is this Richie Gallagher? Richie, fair play to you. Or is it Damien? No, I think this is Richie. Damien, how are you doing? Good man, Damien. Fair play. Nice smile there, Damien. Barbara, Donna D, just out the road. There's a wonderful forest out there. Do you know Melanie Mullins, Barbara? No, you don't want to. You're in denial today. But Barbara O'Connell from Donna D. And that's Lindsay Tyndall. Lindsay, how are you doing? Well done. Lindsay, fair play to you. Lovely run. Great to see you, Lindsay. Look, take it easy. Oh, Lord above, look at this. There's plenty of t-shirts left. Will she stop? She wears the Pope's high cross with it. Katrina, you're a far more sensible woman. Well done, Katrina. Katrina Redmond. Rydonna Anthony. Rydonna, am I right? The first Rydonna today. And is that Charles Troy Anthony that's with you? Charles Troy from Terranil. Where's Terranil? Texas. Charles Troy Anthony. Trumps that too. Well done. You're very, very welcome. Fair dues. Oh. Well done, lads. Friends for life. Stay together. Don't let that fellow overtake you. That's it. Good man. The sod. He was taking every advantage. This is Jack is your DIY man. He can fix things without even touching them. So if you have a broken washing machine like I have, or a dishwasher, Jack, will you come to my house with a broken washing machine?
But now I've got kind of an idea as to what they're good for.
Roisin, how are you doing? Is that Roisin? I have a Roisin in here too. Where's Roisin? My computer's gone mad on me. It's going through names here like I don't know what. How are you? Well done, ladies. Look at that for a smile. Fair play to you. Well done. That's it. Go and celebrate. We feel the same. We can go home. Well done. 3 hours 23 since the clock. 2 more of our Porterstown Panthers. Well done to both of you. Now that's the club very, very near here. Lucan, I believe, isn't it? No, or is that the Waterstown? No, Porterstown, just out the road. Well, Waterstown, they are the Waterstown Warriors. Well done. Until very recently, Ireland's newest athletic club, though that might have been changed a wee little bit now. No, I don't think so.
I've been shooting on manual auto ISO now today. And it was working away fine, but when the shade came in, it didn't kind of went to the dark.
Photographer that was stretched on the tarmac has gone for a break in a more leisurely, comfortable place. For some reason his own workmates have been working or still working. The other dasser has gone. Now photographers here, big smiles. We need big, big smiles for big photographs. That's it. On the cover of the Rolling Stone. You could be on the cover of the Our Boys or whatever. That's it. Well done. Good man. Girls, take it easy, ladies. Take it easy. There's no need to rush. There's no wisdom in rushing. Take it easy. That's it. Nice and slow. Fiona Dowling. Well done, Fiona. And Caroline Hammond giving it socks. Eileen and Jennifer. Well done. That's Eileen, isn't it? Eileen Sheehy. Well done. Jennifer, Patricia and Fiona. Look at them. Well done, the 3 of you. That's great stuff. The 3 amigos. Katrina, Patricia, Fiona. Sandra Breen. Will I see you Wednesday, Sandra? I will. I'm looking forward to it already, Sandra. Well done, the 2 of you. Sandra and an A and other. Well done.
Yeah, this camera's doing funny things. Sometimes when I press the button to show the image, nothing happens. Yeah, that's the problem. Reliability is everything, isn't it?
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. And with very, very few now. With 7,000 plus started, and thankfully 7,000 plus have already finished. Our security personnel are leaving the gates unmanned. It's a real sign we're near the end now. She even let Frank Houlihan in. Not allowed in many places, but he was allowed in with a friendly smile today. There's still some of our team carries. That's the team carry group that are down there about 100 yards from the finish. I think another one of our sloggers to joggers coming through. I never think the title belies what they do, but well done to them. They bring great energy and great smiles. They're a wonderful team aspect. It's very seldom you see them alone, but they'll be a good welcome. For Dolores, how are you, Dolores? I have a neighbour, Dolores, number 2. Well done, Dolores. You're down here as runner number 9959, Dolores. Well done. And when we see the Porterstown Panthers or the Waterstown Warriors still down there, we know there's some of their crew still out there.
On that envelope there, they're not the full cards, are they?
Yeah, that's the next thing.
want him blown away.
Was it a bag of cards?
Huh?
Was it a bag of cards?
Sorry. Bye. Connor. I'll catch you later. Good. Sorry, you want me saying to me?
Josephine, that's your how I remember you the last day, Josephine. You were making eyes at me, and I was making eyes at you. Antoinette, put your hand down. She hasn't a notion of catching up with you. That Nora Carroll one, not a notion. Look at her. She's milking this. Antoinette, will I see you on Wednesday? Great, mighty stuff. Will Nora be finished by Wednesday? Well, hold on for her, Antoinette. Wait for her there. Nora, will you be there on Wednesday? Lovely, Hurler. We'll miss Gogglebox. It's on at 9 o'clock. Remember, we'll have to get the videos or whatever you call it to tape these things. Well done. That's Dolores. Take your time, Dolores. Edel. Give us a song, Edel. Give us a song. Up the doves. Well done. Edel. Fair dues to you. Well done. Declan. How are you doing, Declan? A philosophical run, yeah? A chat with yourself and so forth. Well done. They'll be better days. Dee and Sarah. Where's Dee? What is it? That's what I said. And Michelle. Well done, Michelle. These grumpy ones, Sarah or Zara, whatever they're called. My God. Still liking them, and that's great to see. Sarah from the United Kingdom. Well done. Fair dues. 528. That really is the Sarah. Well done. Michelle Cummins finished through there also from County Meath. And James Tansey and Marie Tansey, they're there from the Yates County. Don't stand on my grave, you could stand on my dreams. All the way from the Are you still in Sligo, you are? Yeah, overlooking Bulbin, fair dues. Well done to the couple from County Sligo, Marie and James Tansey. Marie, don't pretend it's hard. Not at this stage. Dawdle. That's it. It's a dawdle. And there's Jim. Or Jenna Thatcher. Yeah? Jim, is that Jim yourself? Look at him. What did you pick up, Jim? You lost your phone and you went back. You could have won it. I tell you, that Yara de recess, lucky the phone fell out of your pocket. Good man. Well done. And you've been with us before, I see, from the T-shirts. Charlie, Sarah and Pauline, well done. Well done, Charlie, Sarah and Pauline. I hope I see you Wednesday. Lovely hurling. James Yabaya. Are you Ashbourne County Dublin, James, or Ashbourne County Meath? Now give me a thumbs up if you're Ashbourne County Meath. James, that was a trick question. There's no Ashbourne County Dublin. You have to run the distance again now if we get it wrong. Well done. A proud royal man wearing the colours of. Yeah. Well done, James. James, the finisher of Dublin Marathon last year. And I'm not sure if I can remember you, James, in the half marathon, but I can definitely remember seeing you in the marathon. Well done, and hope you'll be ready to take off again in 36 days' time. Now, the photographer with the beard has yawned twice in the last 2 minutes. So it must be time to go. The one with the other beard is eating so frantically down here. He's no time to take photographs, and that's your man's bars you're eating. So he's not going to be too happy. This is Hilary Maguire. Hilary, how are you? Well done to you, Hilary. here, Hillary, as a Hillary. Are you Trish or a Hillary? You're Trish. Sometimes known as Hillary, but Trish today. Listen, well done. You started, you had the medal, and you finished. Fair play to you, and I hope you'll enjoy it when you get back to the comfort of your own home and be able to enjoy that. Well done, Trish. Fair dues, one of the sloggers to joggers. David Bradshaw, is that you, David? David and Tracy. Well, and Andy, where's the Andy out of it? Well done, Andy. I don't have your name here, but well done to you all. Great achievement, well done, and great to see that still people from your group here on supporting and cheering. It shows you how much it matters. Well done, Andy. Fair dues. A right boon of us and well deserved to you. Now just take your time. There's medical personnel there. If you've got a cramp that needs to be seen to, you'll be sorted out. What a great day it has been. The Furs Road, magical. David, we'll see you Wednesday. We'll get the goggle boxes on Wednesday. Now, I didn't know that when I said at 9 o'clock. It's a great programme. What are we going to do? We're going to miss it and everything. Brian Price watches Gogglebox. He loves it. Loves the two brothers from Cavan, he told me. Yeah. Greta, are you one of these, Greta, with a name that at this stage of the day could buckle me? Greta Urban Aventuta. Where are you? Greta Urban, where is that from, Greta? Where? Lithuania, and to you so. Kitty from Ballinasloe is not easier. Emer and Deborah, well done. Ballinasloe, this day, 1969, the man from Uachtarard, 12th in the European Championship Marathon, 12th of the great Ron Hill. Mick Malloy, 2 hours 28 minutes he ran that day. Now the spectators are beginning to wander away. The officials are beginning to lean over the barriers that they were powering. The supporters in the yellow are beginning to get yellow in the face and wondering, did we really say we'd wait for her to the finish? You did, you made the promise. You have to be here. John Todd is still down there lifting up barriers and he's awfully hahing them. I'll be 65 years of age when they finish that, you said, Katrina. Oh, we'll give them a shout. We will do.
Yeah, good luck.
So a wonderful day for everybody. Smooth start, which is always a big bonus on the officials. A cooperation with 7,000 people. Well, there could be some revolution if they don't cooperate. A wonderful mix of cooperation by everyone. There's the seen officials, and there's the unseen officials, and there's a great mix of everybody working towards the same venture of having a safe, enjoyable race for everyone. Everyone is seen as important. They all get the same goodie bag. They all run the same distance. They all run the same park. And athletics has two wonderful things that single it out. The personal best, which can be a great gig, and you can run against the very, very best in the world. And all of these people who ran today, well, they all finished behind the national reigning half marathon chap, Jared Deresa, running for Carrigases in County Monaghan. And any time they'll see him on the telly or any major championships, they can say, I raced against him. And that's a great aspect of athletics. And that value is kept so much when you see the people here still supporting, the officials still in place, and the buzz that all the finishers feel no matter where it is they finish. And there's the connection to the next day. Fran Redmond, the great cameras and phones and everything else. Now, Fran, you got to milk this last 50 metres. That's it. Even higher with the hands, Fran. Come on. That's it. Now, look at. When did this happen before? They're in tears, Fran. They're absolutely in tears. Look at them. Well done. Good man, Fran Redmond. Good man, Fran. First half marathon finish, and you should be well proud of it. Is this Paddy Mead or Martin Pugh? This is Martin Pugh from Wicklow. Which side of the mountains are you from, Martin? Bray, you're not used to the hardship of the Phoenix Park, no? Good man. Well done, Martin. Will we see you back for the marathon? We will? Good man. Fair news to you. You started and you finished. Well done. Now, ladies and gentlemen, all good things must come to an end. And so this is the end of this year's KBC Dublin Half Marathon. Thank you for all your support. I look forward to seeing you at the start of the Dublin Marathon in 36 days' time. A lot of people use this to add on. Many don't. So thank you to the officials, the marshals, the medical folk, the technical people, the scouts who minded your gear, the last cafe, the photographers who took the pictures, the Office of the Public Works. Thank you for everyone to make this 2019 series so good. Thank you very, very much.
Okay, so you're just a medal shot now, isn't it? Well, for medals? Just got to run to the Leo, I'll be back to you. So just label what you call. Yep. In your bag. Good. With the pressure. Right. So that's a full card. Yeah, put it in your bag. Put it in my bag. Put it all back in your bag with your vest. Will do, yeah. Separate stuff. And if you have all the air stuff. The 16 gigabytes just about does the half marathon finish. Yeah. Now, actually, I forgot to give you back my big bag the last bit, so I'll give you 2 big bags here. Yeah, but make sure your vest goes in with your card. Yeah, we'll do. All the cards I gave you earlier. Yeah, these are all my empty cards here. These are not empty, they're not labelled, okay? They're not like just throw them in the bag. Loose. Yeah. And the other bag, the other card can use it in the bag. Yeah. I was keeping them in a small bag because it was easier to keep track of them when I was walking. There's actually one extra CS card coming back because I found it in my camera, my backup camera. I forgot to give it back to you. Yeah, just shove it in there. So you have an extra 4 gigabyte card. It wasn't the 32 you were looking for. Yeah, that was the anyway. Right, that's an empty bag. That's the car full bag. Yeah. So all your used cards and your unused cards. All my used cards now. Because I pulled it out. Look, you want to see it. And put your vest in there as well. Yeah, do that for a second. You don't need the maps back, do you? I don't need the maps, no. Just the cards in your hand. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, you get a bit of that. You don't feel like you. Thank you. Right. That's everything yours. Clean it up.
They still work, yeah.
Funnily enough. It can be alright, it's good if you're kind of it's good chair, you're in one place all day. It's not so good if you move around. You're actually better off with the four-legged one. It holds up much better. So,
I put the unused one in the bag.
it's very nice.
Put it in the bag.
Like it's really nice.
And then the next minute, the used ones go in there.
And it packs down like small.
I was working out that I was over like under the car.
Well, so
the wind caught it, the little bag was
it's
down.
supposed to be pretty strong, but it's just take it nice and easy when you actually put it down with it. If they were bending a leg or something.
Big it. Nice lens, that. Just down there.
Oh, you were in already, were you?
Didn't actually register it. Yeah,
Hey, this is yours.
yeah, that's mine, yeah.
No.
So I think you didn't use any of your own cards.
No.
No! Come on, you're nearly there. Well done. Hey! Team Harry.
All the way.
Well done.
Together, every team score.
Is that the European?
What?
Is that the European ethos?
No, team. Just I heard your man say it there earlier on.
Oh, the preacher guy, yeah.
No, I wasn't making a political statement about Time to go to the blue before we go.
Use that next week, guys, for the break on the white ride? Yeah, Ruben's coming down. Right, guys, listen. Yeah, we will see it again. Alright, take it easy, yeah. Alright. I'll get back to you.
Now, I use that in a heavy.
So you're going to Park Mines then, Gay, are you?
Yeah.
Right, I'll go with you if that's okay. Thank you. What?
Let's roll in, right? Perfect. Oh, we're not doing it. Roll in. Thank you very much.
John told me here on the 25th Joe is just asked me to ring you to check where you are to let go of the cars. We're along Forest Road at the moment, we're at the finishing line, we'll be leaving here shortly, heading towards the Chesterfield Road. If you want to either meet at the finish line or the junction of the Chesterfield Road and Forest Road. Give us a ring back or a message if you pick this up.
John told me again. Thanks, bye.
down. I think he was down there.
That way, and we'll let them look for the back of the lady here. That lady's doing well. Yeah.
They wouldn't come to start. You didn't answer his number, that's
No, I left the message.
it wasn't it's fine anyway, was it?
Well, yeah,
Is that him coming up now? That's the guy coming up now, is that you?
Get that card?
No, it's one of our guys.
Get your card?
Yeah, I did, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's just blue down
is that him, is it?
Little bit of really went like that. That is him, is it? Pick up the camera. Thank you. Just use that camera.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
I've never had to take photographs.
It'd be like to pick up a real camera.
I like to know something.
Bit of the war, isn't he?
There you are. Did you want this?
I've got it. Thanks very much. Yeah, thank you.
It was oh yeah.
Land down. That's taking a beat.
How'd it go, right?
Yeah, back here about half an hour ago.
We'll see. If you put all your cards in little baggies, then you can see it. Are they both in the same area?
Across the one, and it's 40 yards, 1 and 9 on the one. But they divided between the two, so the photograph across.
Oh, don't worry about that.
From two.
So
And then I put the 12 on two.
they're all the same. So put them into a bag, put all those cards into one bag and label it as one. And there's nothing else to give me, is there? So put it into the bag, and then put the lock vest and your little baggy camera on it. So okay, you bag your, put your vest in there as well. Got all the vest in there. So you got no more other cards to give me back?
No, you only gave me two.
Yeah.